Oh wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 354 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players, for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, this week we are talking all about the GTA 6 trailer, PlayStation deleting tons of digital content, Bungie in trouble, Fortnite doing Fortnite things, our Game Awards reactions, and so much more as we do it usually live each and every Wednesday night over at youtube.com at PS Trophy Room at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This episode is a little bit different though, Kyle, because the first half of this show is not live. In fact, it's delayed for the audio listeners. It's coming out Friday, right? We're here high. The Game Awards already happened, but as of recording, the Game Awards hasn't happened yet. So it's going to be really interesting. First half of the show is past us, right? Like our hopeful optimism of this show. And then you're going to get the second half, which we'll already know who won, the biggest surprises, and all that jazz. Mm-hmm. That said, Kyle, would you like to read the first starter question from GMAC99?
Sure, let me do my little,
Oh, yeah.
Because you skipped that part when you called my name. It's fine.
Right.
I can't start a show unless I do the weird, goofy shit, you know?
Yeah. Hey, since this isn't live, you want to start over?
No, absolutely not. I love it. Starter question from the good sir. With the year wrapping up, what's on your guys' catch-up list for the 2023 holiday break? Mm-hmm. What games do you still need to get to for awards talk? Mm-hmm. Awards talk in January.
I like that. I like it. You read the wrong question, but I like it nonetheless.
No, I didn't. You said read the first question.
And then I said from the GMAC 99.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Then you should have put that one second. Anyways.
Yeah. So, Kyle.
Yeah.
Any games you need to be catching up for our award shows, the Platties, that is, January 11th will be the live show and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I still got some catch up to do. I went through Sea of Stars, which we'll talk about later, completely. So that was a big one for me to catch up. Yeah. The only things that are left for me to catch up on are more RPGs. So I just need to give a little bit of breathing room between Sea of Stars before I hop into another one.
So like you're not going to Octopath right after this?
Oh, no, I probably will not go to Octopath.
Fair.
But like Baldur's Gate's looming of me having to get back into that world.
And I know it's something about it. I'm like, I think that could be, depending on like the font sizes, if you could change them up, like that could be a good Portal game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of people playing it on Portal. Yeah. Other than that, there's a ton of indies I need to get to. Chance of Sonar, Thirsty Suitors, Laika just came out, so there'll be some catch up. But also, I'll be honest with you and everyone at home. Yeah. In your cars, in
your cubicle,
waiting rooms, waiting for your car to get done. Yeah. You know, I'm looking forward to just not doing anything. Yeah. And like maybe catching up on other things like TV shows. I still need to finish House of Usher. Oh, like a movie. I still haven't seen Spider-Verse, the second one yet.
Oh my God.
There are other things I need to catch up on. I've just been so busy. So
okay.
I'm looking forward to just playing catch up in just general.
Yeah, I'm looking to play catch up on, I think the only ones that I have not beaten fully is Final Fantasy 16 and playing through a bit more of Baldur's Gate to get a feel of that game, because I have the first act down on PC. I just need to transfer it over. So I really think it's kind of just down to like Final Fantasy 16. Oh, and also Sea of Stars, which I'm playing on my lunch breaks thanks to the PlayStation Portal. So there's a few games that I need to like beat and to get that idea of. But like right now, I'm on the verge of platting Alan Wake 2 and just having a good time with that. So for me, I got some games to catch up on. I'm kind of, for our 2-week break, which y'all won't even notice because we'll have 2 episodes out for y'all. So just because we're not live doesn't mean you're not getting a show. You're getting shows. Don't worry about it. But I'm just happy to turn off my creator brain for a few and kind of just sit back and relax a little bit, reevaluate things, see where we can go in 2024 and all that good fun stuff. So
I mean, listen, I love
to
coming every Wednesday night to like sit down with you and talk games.
Yeah.
But knowing that I have an hour or two free.
Yeah.
For a couple weeks during the weeknights are
and you can say you have a limit of me, in which is about 2 hours every week.
Yeah.
The
trip to North Carolina, we went over the limit, baby.
Man, after the third hour on the train,
10-hour train ride. Oh boy,
I hate your guts. Exactly. Listen, I got God's blood running through me, boy. All right. The GMAC99 writes, "Hey, gentlemen. First, I want to thank you for giving my boy Oso a shout out a few weeks ago. It still hurts. As they say, time heals all wounds. The happy scar of our time together remains, though. My question does not involve GTA 6, but I did watch the trailer about 10 times. Fair enough. But I have to admit, I will damn close to have my AARP benefits by the time that game drops. I hope I make it. Hashtag old. Let me tell you something before you even ask this question. When I realized I was like 20 when this game came out, when 5 came out, death looms for us all. Let me tell you, my goodness, it was like the one meme of the guy getting just progressively older from Saving Private Ryan. Anyway, what are your top 3 predictions for reveals, remasters, DLC, etc. at the Game Awards? Let's get nuts here too. Avoid obvious answers like Elden Ring DLC, Death Stranding 2 announcement for the like. And for example, I predict there will be, on the heels of the GTA 6 trailer, a GT4 remaster announcement, a next-gen upgrade for Red Dead Redemption 2, and Division 3 reveal. What you got? Thanks for everything. Appreciate you guys. Your gaming broski, Greg, a.k.a. the GMAC99.
Lord knows GTA 4 needs that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw you in the Discord upset with what I said.
What was that?
True, GTA. They were not happy. Some people were not happy that I said GTA 4 was my least favorite. That I actively don't like it.
The driving sucks in GTA 4. That's
it's
not even
real bad.
It's real bad. You're driving on ice. Who wants that?
Yeah.
I bet the Canadians, they were fine with that. They're like, an ice rink? That's home.
Exactly. Zambonis, that's what they go bring to work every day. All right, not obvious things. And again, like Joe said, we are recording this the day before. We know nothing. I'm going to try to not mention anything that I've heard from other game award show prediction shows, because there are some that I'll bring up afterwards that I think are really fun. An obvious one that I think is actually obvious. Mm-hmm. I think we're getting that Black Panther game. Captain America, the Amy Hennig one.
Okay.
I think we're actually going to see the game.
Ooh.
Not like the concept kind of trailer that we got. I think we're going to see it in action.
Okay. Wow. That's a bold prediction.
It's a bold, but it was unveiled 2021, 2022?
2022. The Disney thing last year.
Yeah. So like,
it can happen. It can happen. Let's get nuts. For me, I'm going to go very, very small here. I'm going to keep it PlayStation. And I think we're going to see the Spider-Man DLC. At least one of the issues. They're going to call it issues because it's like a comic. They love the play on words. I think you're going to see probably the main premise of that DLC going forward, for sure. And I think enough time has also passed where people could be like, oh, okay, we could be going here or there,
Yeah.
What's your number 2?
Is it a question? Is it a reveal if it's being heavily hinted at?
Yeah, just go for it. Get nuts.
Daniel Mullen's new game is going to be there tomorrow. Creator of Inscription.
Oh,
he's been tweeting out for about a week of like, hey, next week's going to be really cool. And then I think today he tweeted out, hey, big shit tomorrow. So like he's preparing for something. And Jeff has been going back and forth with him. That's going to be incredible. I can't wait because Mike and I last week at 6-1 played, I think his first game, Pony Island. And that was like amazing. You can see where Inscription came from and where his mind's at. So if we get another level of that kind of blowing kind of thing. Yeah. Right. Chris Angel. That'd be exciting.
That's my second prediction. We see Chris. He poops on stage.
Exactly.
Mind freak. No, I think so. Sega's been teasing a lot of stuff. Obviously, the
sending people cards and whatever. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, the cat's technically out of the bag, but part of me doesn't. Yeah, part of me doesn't want to say the obvious thing. So I want to say the thing that I want. Because I was literally just talking about this today because my friend got in an accident.
Oh, no.
Crazy
Are
Taxi.
they okay?
Yeah, they're okay. Everybody's fine. Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi. Okay.
Okay. I want to see a Crazy Taxi remake from the ground up. Let's get crazy with it. You know? I miss those games. I miss when games were just like, here's a really stupid but simple premise that could work great at a, arcade, or if you're, hipsters, a Dave & Buster's, but could work and translate well enough on console. So that's what I want there.
Listen, there's an indie game called Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom.
Yeah.
That I played during Next Fest. It is a wind-up taxi, and it platforms like an old N64 platformer.
That's awesome.
It's really, really fun.
That's awesome.
If it's not Crazy Taxi, and if it's not the obvious wink, wink, nudge, nudge Virtua Fighter, maybe.
Okay.
I would love to see them to do a new like Power Stone.
Ooh.
Like that brawler.
Yeah.
That they had back in the day on Dreamcast. That'd be cool. I just had my third one and it's completely gone. It was there in my head.
You want me to get it? I have
go
it.
for it. Yeah, pick it up.
Xbox has been teasing a lot. They're like, hey, there's going to be a lot of news here. A lot of news here. There's an obvious one that's floating around. Again, I don't want to take that. It's an easy route. It also gets me incredibly hyped, very excited for it. If it is what it is, it probably is. But a lot of also people have been saying, we're going to see the console redesigns here.
Oh, well.
I just don't see, like, that was something.
We saw the Series X there at Game Awards.
Sure, but like, that's something you would think like you would do in October or September when you're trying to sell these things.
It's not sexy enough. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, and that being said, they are discounting the Xbox Series X by like a lot. So who knows? They could be getting rid of old stock to get whatever. Nonetheless, things that make sense, push them aside. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go big and bold here. Fire Team Raven is an excellent, talk about arcade action game.
Fire Team Raven.
Yeah. It's the Halo arcade game where you get like the laser guns or whatever.
Got it. Yep.
Port that over to Xbox Arcade or whatever they're calling it, and I will be there day one. That is a fun time.
That'd be dope. That'd be cool.
That'd be fun. And also bring back Banjo, goddammit.
Yeah.
I don't
like just say we hear you, Phil.
Yeah. Don't say you don't bring them out to Smash Brothers and we're gonna do nothing.
Yeah. No.
And the argument is like, we need new IP. We need new IP. That's true. And there have been new Banjo-like games, literally from the Banjo creators. They're there. There are plenty, and you could play them right now. Mm-hmm. So just give me Banjo.
Exactly.
Please.
I would still technically say it would still be new. Yeah. It's been so long. It's technically going to be new for a whole generation of people who didn't play the original ones.
God bless. Yeah.
Speaking of a remake that has been hinted at numerous times, and I'm going big here, Joe.
Go big.
Going big here, everybody.
Go.
Final Fantasy IX remake. It's here, baby.
All right, I'll go.
It's been hinted at. It was part of the NVIDIA leaks a long time ago. A lot of that list has come true. Like Kingdom Hearts 4 was on that list, everybody, and we laughed at it. It's a thing. So the fact that it's on that list and they keep hinting at like Final Fantasy 9 characters are coming to other Final Fantasy things, and they're like bringing these characters back to the forefront in everyone's minds. That'd be a really cool pie in the sky. Here's 7 Rebirth trailer. Oh, by the way, we had another Final Fantasy thing, and it's Final Fantasy 9
we didn't forget you, dorks.
We didn't forget about Zidane and Vivi and all the Dagger, Steiner.
Sometimes
Kina.
I wish they did.
That game is amazing. How dare you?
No, honestly, I would mess around with that. Hell, I'm excited for Rebirth. I don't know why I don't act like I am, because I legitimately
I can't wait.
It looks great. I had a lot of fun with Remake.
Yeah.
And I have a hot take when I'm done beating Final Fantasy 16 about both those games. So,
ooh,
you're something for me.
Now the fun thing that I heard, this small time creator called Greg Miller on the Kind of Funny Gamescast, they did a prediction show, and he came up with a very spicy one that I can't not think about.
What's that?
That Kojima will not only show off like Death Stranding 2.
Oh, you think it's his Xbox project?
It's a horror game with Jordan Peele.
That would be
because
pretty cool.
they've been posting pictures about Jordan being at Kojima Productions.
That's
and
true.
like that was Greg's prediction. I'm like, oh my god, that is like. And you mentioned Get Out earlier, which made me think of it again.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be like insane if those two got together to make a horror game.
You see Timothy Chalamet from Liza P.
I
fame?
did.
He was at Kojima Productions.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He had a suit made entirely out of belts. Like he went to a Goodwill and it was just like, give me all your rustic looking belts. I want to fashion a.
Listen, if Gaga could do a meat dress, he can do a belt suit.
That's fair. That's fair. For Gaga, we stand. All right, Kyle. Listen, it's time for a little bit of housekeeping. Of course, the Trophy Room store, we got merch, BB. The greatest way to vote whether House Slinger or House Banger is better is by pure, unadulterated capitalism. So go over to our link down below in the description. Go buy yourself a House Banger shirt, a House Slinger shirt. Show your support for the show. It really does help us out. Head down there. And there's awesome designs. There's also a Barbie, designed banger-like shirt, and I love it so very much. So go over there. Check it out. Take a look. And that said, we also have By the Players, a show made by the community. This month's game is Sea of Stars. The show will be recorded in a few weeks and available for patrons shortly afterwards. I think we are recording it on the 17th, if I'm not mistaken, of December. So make sure. I
believe so.
Yeah. So make sure you DM our good friend Marcus O'Neill and Drellish in our Discord server if you want to take part. Slots are extremely limited, but we will be there talking all about Sea of Stars. I can't wait because I got so many thoughts on this game and the perspective that I'm coming from. I don't think anybody's going to guess. We're going to have a really good time. Also, hey, speaking of that Greg Miller fella, the Kind of Funny gang is doing an up-and-comer little like giveaway extravaganza, vote-a-thon, whatever you will. An opportunity to give us a spotlight. So head on over, link in the description if you could toss our hats in the ring to be part of Kind of Funny for a day. Because honestly, Kyle, nothing would get...
For a full week, not a day.
For a full week. Gosh darn.
Yeah.
Who's going to pay these bills?
Flown out to SF and be part of their programming and show off why Trophy Room is the way it is and take over PS I Love You and do all a bunch of fun things.
Honestly, my dream, Kyle, just host a KFGD with you.
Hell yeah.
I love that show so very much. And it's not so much like different from what we do that I feel like we can absolutely own it. Yeah. Mom and pop shops, but just with the prepare the drop voice. Like it would be a slanger of a time. So again,
it'd be a banger of a time.
Let's relax. So that being said, please go over to kindoffunny.com/up-and-comer. Really does help us out, gets our names out there, and means that also gives us more opportunities when we're asking for coverage of things. It also gets more eyes. I know so many people are just like, we saw you from Beyond, we saw you on PS I Love You. We're here and we're active, community members. It's a good. Great opportunity.
People will be able to listen when the Spider-Man 2 discussion from By the Players goes out because Marcus and Drellish opened it up with like how they found Trophy Room.
Yeah.
And I was so humbled by everyone's like, I saw Kyle on Beyond and PS I Love You, and I saw Joe on Beyond a few times, and it's just wild that you followed us here.
Yeah.
And it's
very
great.
Grateful.
It's awesome.
Very grateful. That said, Kyle, it's time for our Patreon pitch. Of course, if we ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, whatever your situation may be, it really does help us out. Even if it's just $1 our way over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. Let me tell you something. I needed to go buy a new audio mixer. That thing was $200. It's a scary price tag, but because of your generosity, it didn't hurt nearly as much. So thank you all so much. I want to thank our newest members, Dejan Zolmek, at the bronze tier. I want to thank our premium producers, Todd Burwitz and Toxic. I want to thank our platinum members, Drellish, Jay Shea, Jedi Masseren, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Millennial Falcon Gaming, Ryuko Kill 90, Stephen Flesh, Shrubbles and Bits, Bertos Maximus, Chris, Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, Chris the Wizard, Solo, Liam Russ, Sil Cannon, Desamine, Jadus Vaughn Metal, Mitchell Gramlin, Liam Russ, Jonas Young, and for our gold members, Cypher Primus, Doth, Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hyde Indoors, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Aegis Hermit, Androzor, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Robbie Bobby Miller, Brenton Zachary, Brenty Blob, Bubble Boy N7, Captain Logan, Final Fan, XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, M9 Prime, Stone Cold, E.T., Tino 6-Speed, N. Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Spam and Batman, Matthew King, The Overlord, Dewana Raksha, Rick Davis, Black Mavericks, and Lord Commander Suddy. Thank you all so much for your generosity. Now it is time, Kyle, to kick off this massive show. Yeah.
Really quickly.
Really quickly do what? Yeah.
I do want to just highlight, since you talk about the community, whatever. Shout out to Daddy Diwali on Twitter. Host of an Xbox podcast called the Nerd Chat, nerdchatmedia.com. Daddy Diwali got me the Last of Us WLF edition for me through PS Direct. So shout out to you. Thank you so much, because PS Direct still hates me. Yeah. And I'm very, very, very excited to get that. So. Yeah. Thank you very much. And also, I think Bowser got Nagachaka his as well, because they couldn't get it at a certain point. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but
PlayStation Direct has the audacity to come at our community.
But I just wanted to shut that out.
That's fine. Great. You come at our community, PlayStation
Oh yeah,
Direct?
no, you leave them alone.
You leave them alone. They did nothing to you, okay? I'm the one that complains.
Yeah, but it's awesome. So thank you.
See you online. All right, Kyle, it's time to square up the news.
Andy Robinson over at the VGC writes, Rockstar releases GTA 6 trailer early following the leak. As revealed via high-profile game leak last year, the trailer confirms the new installment will partly take place in Vice City, a fictional Miami, and star a pair of protagonists, one of whom is a first for the series, a woman. Rockstar was due to premiere its GTA 6 trailer on Tuesday. However, on Monday, an anonymous Twitter account forced its hand by uploading a low-res and heavily watermarked version of the reveal video early. According to a press release published by parent company Take-Two, GTA 6 will initially be released on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, but there's no mention of PC. This is perhaps unsurprising, since both GTA 5 and 4 were released on consoles first, followed by a PC port later. According to the PR, Grand Theft Auto 6 will take place in the state of Leonida, quote, home to the neon-soaked streaks of Vice City. Why did I say streaks? Neon-soaked streets of Vice City and beyond, end quote. And what Take-Two is calling the biggest, most immersive evolution of the Grand Theft Auto series yet. Quote, Grand Theft Auto 6 continues our efforts to push the limits of what's possible in highly immersive, story-driven open-world experiences, said Sam Houser, founder of Rockstar Games. We're thrilled to be able to share this new vision with players everywhere, end quote.
Now, I will say this. She is not technically the first protagonist of the series, because the first GTA...
I was going to bring that up.
You could pick a female character, but if I'm not mistaken, she is the first female character that is voiced and acted and all that good jazz. That said, the first question comes from Drellish. Ready for this, Kyle?
I'm ready.
What are your feelings about the GTA 6 trailer? It did not pop for me, though I love the shift to a female protagonist. However, I'm not sure if I am the, quote, lost generation that GTA 6 is not intending to address. I mean, I have aged 10 years since GTA 5. Do these topics still speak to me? The excess of Hedonism. Thank you. God damn me and my pronunciation skills.
It's okay.
And social media use in the trailer, though relevant, did not speak to me personally. What are your thoughts? So, Kyle, overall, your thoughts on this trailer? Because we were talking about it like last week. We're like, okay, I'm not excited for GTA. Like, I'm excited, but this is the level of excitement, right? Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not even eager. I will wake up and I'll see that trailer and I'll be like, okay, that's definitely a trailer that exists.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll gauge my excitement then. Where are you at now, Kyle?
So I was I think similar to Drellish, where when we were talked about it, I thought maybe I've outgrown the hype for GTA.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a series that I loved as a kid, and I played 5 when it came out on PS3 and played it through on PS3 and had an amazing time. But since then, it's just been like, I don't feel the pull to go back.
Yeah.
Like I'm enjoying the types of games that I'm playing now. And like I tried Red Dead 2 and didn't jive with that. I know they're different, but big open worlds kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the moment I saw this trailer, I'm like, man, this is...
I'm in.
They got me back.
Yeah.
It's just because when you think about, like, GTA 5 is old.
Yeah.
And so when I think of that game and how much games have grown since then, I'm thinking of, like, the old games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know what it looks like. I know that map still in the back of my head since playing that way back in the day. But the fact that they are officially going back to Vice City. Vice City is one of my favorites of the older games. I just like the vibe. I think Miami fits what GTA is.
Yep.
And the fact that it looks like doing all of Florida.
Yeah.
Is
Tallahassee, you're very represented, y'all. You heathens.
Getting like Florida Man in there and like just gators everywhere.
Yep.
That is exciting to me. And shout out to Rockstar for like having so much variety of the people in the world. Granted, who knows if that's any in-game stuff or whatever. It could all just be CG for that matter.
Yeah.
But the fact that, Joe, we saw big guys in this trailer and they weren't stereotypical slobs.
Yeah. They
were just living
You're in the trailer,
their life. Kyle. I'm in the trailer. I'm a tough mudder. Like I just love the amount of variety and diversity of what these NPCs look like. Yeah. It's a breath of fresh air that I wish more games did. Mm-hmm. I feel like they get kind of pigeonholed in like the type of NPCs that we see. But this is overall, it looks like a great time. Yeah, it's a CG trailer.
Yeah.
But have I been playing that Tom Petty song nonstop since that trailer? Damn straight I have been.
Dude, I'm surprised. So like, first off, and we have a question regarding it, so we won't get too into it, but like, yeah, leaks suck. And I watched it on my phone at work and I was like, this looks good. Like this actually looks really impressive. I'm going to go fall asleep and I'm going to watch the trailer on my nice, beautiful OLED and maybe I'll get hyped for it a little bit more. And so like, I was already in, I was like, it's kind of exactly what I said it would be. This is to get you in the vibe of what to expect from this game. And I think they nailed it perfectly. And we even got a little bit more of that. Like Lucia looks awesome. I love the Bonnie and Clyde like type of arc that they're going on. Awesome. That has me really interested. I hope that they don't rely too heavily to that arc like they did with Red Dead Redemption. You can watch Tombstone. But again, I'll relax on that statement. But from what I saw, the vibe check is this is what we expect from GTA. This is a take on like America, capitalism, the hedonism, like all that self-indulgence, all of it.
And what is the craziest state in America?
Without a doubt, Floridians, take off your trucker hats. Y'all really show the rest of the world.
If anything is a real life GTA place that isn't Vegas, it's all of Florida.
I love so many Floridians going, listen, that trailer is not very far from the truth. It's like, I've seen that guy. Truck stop. He is what he is. But like, I think they hit the tone and the balance perfectly as what we expect from a GTA, and this is without both Hauser brothers being there, so it actually got me pretty optimistic for what to expect from this game. And I think the one thing that excites me the most is actually that this is the game after Red Dead 2 more than it's a sequel to GTA. Like, again, say what you will about the story of Red Dead 2, like me, who has some thoughts. There is no one fighting how beautiful and how just dense that
attention
open world
to detail
is
second to none.
Like, talk about when you're in the swamps and, like, the gators that come at you, right? Like, out of nowhere, you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Or in the middle of the night, you just see, like, a bright flame and you walk on by, you're like, oh, shit, this is the Ku Klux Klan. I'm going to just set them all on fire. And it's like, you know, those worlds, for lack of better words, like, feel lived in. And I think they perfected it with Red Dead 2. So I was so excited to see what daily life in Vice City is going to look like.
And, like, that's what we got in this trailer.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Drellish brings up the social media stuff. With, like, actual fake users responding to, like, live content, which so many people do these days.
Yep.
It feels like they have been existing in this world.
Yeah.
The fact that they're making funny hashtags and watching live TikTok videos, and the fact that they are parroting real life events and viral videos of people in Florida, it is wild. And the attention to detail of, like, when you pass by billboards right on the road very briefly, like, all that text is, like, satirical, fits the theme of GTA. It's not just, like, placeholder stuff. Like, there's a scene with one of I think it's called the High Rollers Club.
Okay.
It's similar to, like, the Mud Club group, but there's, like, a High Rollers with the cars. There's a billboard in the background that says, "Who hurt you?" And it's for, like, a lawyer or something. It's like that satirical thing that we know GTA does, that looks like they're still doing it extremely well.
Yeah.
And just visually is, like, second to none. Granted, it's CG, but seeing, like, the sparkle paint on the trucks up close is just,
dude, and like, listen,
unbelievable. I don't know. There's got to be a PS5 Pro, right?
Yeah.
To be able to run this thing.
Without a doubt. When people are like, "Oh, if it's, you know, it's gonna be 30 or 60," it's like, can we just back up for a second? Just,
Who cares?
Who cares? This looks like nuts.
Stealing from Alana Pierce. It's Rockstar. Let them cook.
Yeah, let them. I don't care. Like, because the one thing that, like, talk about the woman, she's like dancing on the car or whatever, right? Like, everybody's talking about
calling the cops on this dump truck or something like that.
Yeah,
is what the caption said on the social media.
Yeah,
video.
she's twerking on top. Everybody's like, look at the butt physics on her. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Impressive as that may be, but look at the strand of hair and how it's moving against the wind.
Hair. Yeah.
Even when you see Lucia, like the bikini shot of Lucia, and everybody's like, "Oh my goodness!" I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Look at the hair. The movement is nuts."
What I assume is her parole officer. When we first see Lucia's face, her hair is incredible.
Yeah, and that's like the first thing because I was talking to some of my fellow male coworkers. Everybody's like, "You know, Lucia, respectfully though." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But the hair physics, and everybody's like, "Hair physics." I'm like, "That's." Games already look really good. Like, honestly, if they remained this way, that's great. It's the animations that mean something. That's what gets me more immersed. So, like, just seeing the hair physics in games, like, holy crap, this game is gonna be
that shot with all the flamingos and gators.
Yes,
like in the swamplands. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude, it looks awesome. They killed what the tone is supposed to be. That said, Kyle, Dreek5 writes in, "Hi guys, saw a fun trailer of this little game called Grand Theft Auto 6. Don't know if you heard about it. Seems pretty cool."
Yeah, I might have to play the other 5.
Yeah, I don't know what they're about.
Will we understand what's going on if we don't play the other 5?
Also, Grand Theft Auto, isn't that... I don't want to fight cops. Anyway, but all jokes aside...
Oh, God.
My friend Andrew was talking about it. GTA 5 gave us fun and ironic take on real life America, and I think they nailed it with the stereotypes and jokes without being scared of the backlash from the community. Now in 2023, I expect Rockstar to ease down a bit from stuff like GTA 6 and go for a more serious tone like GTA 4. But the trailer makes it seem like they are only stepping it up a notch to show modern Miami almost as a joke, which I think is great. Now my question, do you guys think Rockstar should stick to the funny and overdone depiction of real life, or you guys like to see a more dark and serious tone to this game? Curious to hear your thoughts. Take care and have a great day. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
It's all about that balance, baby.
And I think that is what I personally got from this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Lucia and her male counterpart, which I don't think we have a name for him yet.
I don't know if we do. Let me see.
It looks like their story is going to be deeply personal, which I'm all about.
Jason.
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 I love to have a deeply personal kind of story with those two, and figuring out what their relationship is. And I think Rockstar can nail that because they clearly did with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
But still keep the satirical, fun, what we like from GTA, which I think the rest of the trailer shows off that they haven't lost.
Fair enough.
So I think it's going to be a perfect melding between GTA 5 and Red Dead.
Fair enough. Also, by the way, Kyle, your mic sounded a little... Just
is
maybe,
it?
Yeah, I'll maybe unplug the wire, plug it back in. You know that. Well, I give my take. I think, honestly, the overdone depiction of real life, I like the balance that they've taken here. I think you're going to get that more grounded story, that like tense story that I think Red Dead really set the tone for them going forward. So I think you're going to get that like gritty, hard-hitting story. But what I think, Rockstar does a really good job of, it is about attention to detail. It is about like, hey, listen, this is a parody, but we don't want you to know it's a parody, right? Like it's hidden. While it's not well hidden, it's still not like a Saints Row where it's like over the top. It's just enough so that, people get it without getting it, if that makes sense. So like, I think the world's going to be over the top. I think it's going to show you how toxic things like TikTok, and God bless, ever since Elon opened his dumb mouth, Twitter is going to look like, right? In their point of view. I think
the governor, or whatever the governor of Leonida will be. Yeah,
it's going to be crazy. So like, to me, I think that's what they're going to kind of take shots of, and not even just like on like the political right, but like the political left. They constantly do that. So like, I think they're gonna take fair shots. They're gonna take fair shots of both, just the culture and how tense of we are as a society at this very point in time. I think they're gonna nail it. Just by the tone of this trailer, gives me some incredible optimism for that team.
Really quickly, am I still buzzing?
Yep, you're fine. Yeah, you're perfect.
Okay. Going back to Drellich's question before of like how the social media stuff didn't jive with him in the trailer.
Yeah,
I trust them to bring people who aren't in that world.
Yeah.
To view the way they're going to portray it in this game is the way that everyone makes fun of it that are outside of it.
Yes.
So you're still going to enjoy it, and it's going to play up to what how stupid you think it is.
Yeah.
And you're going to get just as much of enjoyment out of it as to where like I'm scrolling on TikTok every day.
Yeah.
So like I can see the trends. Like it's funny to me, but it'll also be funny to those who are out of it and make fun of it and be like, oh, that's stupid. It's not for me.
It's all about levels. It's like, for example, like the parodies, it's about like the surface level stuff that like, oh yeah, I'm not on TikTok every day, but like I could see the hashtag go, ha. And for you, as someone who's on TikTok daily scrolling through, you're understanding it on a deeper level. So again, I think Rockstar's got it. That said, Delicious Morsels writes in, hi guys, hope you're doing well. So it happened again. GTA 6 is the most hyped game in recent memory, perhaps all time, judging by those YouTube numbers, but also it seems the most leaked game too. Kudos to Rockstar for shrugging it off and releasing the trailer early this time, but man, the poor devs can't catch a break, and that's sad. In this case, the leaker more or less got a slap on the wrist with an account suspension on Twitter, perhaps pending legal action from Rockstar. You bet your ass. But I haven't heard anything on that front. You will. But do you think we should be more aggressive. In the age where everyone is vying for their 15 seconds of fame on the internet for internet clout, what do you think we can even do to put the power back in the hands of the developers regarding when and how they show us their games? That is a really good question.
It's a great question.
Yeah.
And leakers effing suck.
Mm-hmm.
They're awful. I hate them so much.
Yeah.
It is very much the let me rush to be the first one so I get all the views.
Mm-hmm.
Let me rack up the views and the accounts. Let me be famous for a little bit.
Yeah.
Not taking into account, I guess what I'm before I just ramble on and on, what I'm trying to get at is these people who leak things have no empathy for the hard work that other people have made.
Yep.
Like I said it on Twitter, this is a huge moment in gaming. GTA is a pillar of video games. We haven't had a new one in over a decade.
Been a minute.
It's been a long time. This was an event. They said, "Hey, trailer today," and the gaming world stopped. Yeah. So the fact that somebody ruined their hard work just to throw some Bitcoin nonsense on the trailer,
yeah,
and just for a little, like it's awful. I also think they should be a little bit more harsher.
Yeah.
I that's the only way, and I don't know what the answer is. Like maybe not using YouTube Premiere, or like making the video like you actually have to press a button to go live immediately instead of having it preloaded on there. Like I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, there's so much back end to that too. It's like it's easier said than done, right?
It is not. I don't have the answers. I don't think anyone has the answers because
it's not like it could be on a hard drive until 11:59 or whatever.
Someone can steal the hard drive at night and copy it over.
But it's just like YouTube has to prep for the amount of traffic that thing is going to get, which is usually why you get it like a week or a few days in advance.
YouTube also needs to up their security and how do these people get access to the video? Or like, is it a YouTube employee? I don't know. I don't know who this person is. I literally do not know. Like it's a bummer. And I agree that there needs to be a little bit of a harsher consequence.
Fullest extent of the law. I'm getting really sick of it. Yeah. It is becoming like this thing of like, I want my 15 minutes. I want to be known as like the snitch. Like it's like it's all about a fucking weird popular. Sorry for the cuss. I didn't get the cut, but it's all this weird popularity thing. Like I want my 15 seconds. I want my name stamped on a thing, whether it's a footnote in history. I'm still in there. Like it's just really weird, and I dislike it immensely.
To add to that, like it's a big joke, right? We will probably make that joke tomorrow when we watch the Game Awards. Mm-hmm. If I was Chef, I would have knocked those kids out that came on the stage.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like there's a time to be nice and there's a time to be polite, whatever. But someone's bum rushing the stage and someone's on there that's not supposed to be there. In the state that we all live in, the world that we live in, you have no idea what that person's plans are. Mm-hmm. Stop, like, don't worry about what you look like. You need to protect yourself at all costs.
Yeah.
So that same mindset I take to anybody who tries to,
and like for anybody that brushes it off, like that really pisses me off.
Yeah, no, it's a serious thing. Yeah.
Right? You know how hard you work on
1,000,000%.
Stuff. And if you're handling a big client and then all of a sudden that thing gets out, all the work that you've gone into it, all the press releases, all of it, all of a sudden it's uprooted, right? All of a sudden
looks bad on everyone. Looks bad on the PR company. Yeah. Looks bad on the game devs. It looks bad on everything.
Everyone. Nobody wins. Everybody hurts. And at the end of the day, people's livelihoods are still, again, to me, I take a look at it like, again, you're working on this thing for years, right?
Yeah.
This is your announcement. This is your day. Mm-hmm. And to see someone just go, I want my 5 minutes, and all the work that I've put into this, thrown out the window, it sucks. At the same exact time, if I am that content creator and I get Bloodborne 2, news or whatever, I'm like, well, I also need to put bread on the table. I also need to provide. So like there is this weird give and take of like, look, there are people in the games industry that have made literally websites off the fact that they have insider information. That's what they live and breathe on. That's their livelihood. So like, as much as it sucks too, just to offer the counter, just to counter it, it's like they're also doing their job. But again, to me, I always side with the developer on this one because again, people's livelihoods. Like, I think everybody was working at 8 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
When they didn't have to. And that sucks. Yeah. And they didn't get to share that one unified moment as a team via Zoom in a conference.
I saw, I think the person who edited the trailer tweeted out like the Slack message, like, good night, see you in the morning. Went to bed, didn't know that it leaked, whatever. I woke up, was like, oh, what the hell? Like, that was their moment.
Yeah.
So like relish in the hard work of making a really cool trailer.
And again, I get it. At the end of the day, it's a marketing beat. It's whatever. But
yes. Yeah. Games 2025, it's a ways out. It's still cool. But on your point about content creators, I think the difference is, and I think we've had this discussion before. A little bit, once or twice. When it comes to content creators who do that and who are just reporting on information is different from people who are actively grabbing leaks and putting it out there just because.
Fair enough.
I like there are people that we respect who report on news and rumors or whatever. That I think is fine, but to straight up just ruin announcements is where I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah. Ain't nobody's business.
Nope.
M9 Prime writes, good day, boys. And this is the last question about GTA. He goes, with the GTA trailer finally being released after some leaks forced Rockstar to release it a little early, we can now see how good our guesses about the length of the video were. Joe's guess was 1 minute and 33 seconds. Kyle's was 1 minute and 11 seconds. The length of the video from Rockstar account is 1 minute and 31 seconds. So I will award Joe the win, only being off by 2 seconds. I don't think the Price is Right rules, the closest being without going over, would be fun in this situation.
No, you won. You won.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For winning this contest, Joe, you win a house of your choice in any GTA city. Which city would you like your house in? Will you be living in Los Santos, Liberty City, or Vice City? As runner-up, Kyle gets a condo. Which GTA city would you like to live in? The trailer was quick. It's still amazing to see so much detail from what you've seen. What excites you the most? Personally, I love the dense crowds and how there are different body types for NPCs. Just makes everything feel more realistic. And the cars were shown looked fantastic, especially the donk showed going into that parking lot. I am hoping for lots of car customizations. As I am the victor, I actually... First off, no one wins when you're buying any type of, like, you walk out of that apartment, you're getting shanked.
Why does anyone own a car in any of these cities?
Yeah.
What is just going to be stolen? Like, I don't understand.
And I'm going to probably steal it. I like Los Santos the most, dude.
Yeah.
That's my favorite city out of all of them. Liberty City doesn't do it for me because I'm in New York. And I just don't think Liberty City at the time spoke to me as much. Because, like, at the same exact time as I say that, like, Manhattan in Spider-Man looks amazing.
Sure.
But for some reason, it didn't translate over well in Liberty City. So I'm going to say Los Santos.
So here's my real boring answer to where my condo's at. It is Liberty City.
Okay.
Because they can't handle the heat of living in a Miami Vice City.
Humidity.
And Los Santos, I enjoy being cold. I feel like it's not that cold out there in California. Yeah. So yeah, I'll stay here at Liberty City. That's fine with me.
Fair enough.
I was just thinking before you read that, I was like, I wonder who won. Because I remember having that thought. So it's a little bit more than Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, where I was basing it off on.
Yeah. The thing that excites me the most is, like, how dense. You saw that dense beach, right? And I love where people are like, how the mentality is, I'm going to run all these people over with the car. Like, getting out the minigun. Yeah, we've become a bit of sickos.
Yeah.
But, like, the draw distance is nuts. That
just the fact that there
blew my mind.
There are NPCs on that beach all doing different things.
Yeah.
Right, there's some dude filming a woman twerking at the beach line for like some sort of social media. There's a buff dude, a little tiny dog in the background, a bunch of women over here just enjoying the
floor
tan.
watching his girlfriend twerk. Yeah,
exactly. So like, there's just so much variety in what they are doing.
Yeah,
and it makes sense because that's what I imagine a Miami Beach to be anyway.
Yep.
So that is what the experiencing like the life of Vice City is what I'm excited about. Like going to those, like the strip club and like the DJ club.
Yeah.
Just seeing how real that stuff is. Yeah, I'm down.
All right, fair enough.
I'm down to throw some, or max out the shark card or whatever they do.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Take out all the money, you know?
Shoot.
How, genuinely asking.
Yeah.
How big of a thing is social media going to be in this game?
Huge.
Like, are we going to be like posting and like able to scroll like on an app or whatever?
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And again, the draw distance is nuts because I believe the human eye can see to like like if it's on a flat plane, like 26 miles out. And it definitely looks like this is 26 miles out and you're seeing the fall. Like it just looks nuts. It looks incredible. All right, Kyle, it's time. Finally, this is going to be a huge episode. This is probably the biggest episode we've ever had.
Joe, you want to say that again? How many miles?
26, I believe.
The human eye on a clear day is 3 miles.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, that James Bond show was wrong. We'll watch it on Amazon Prime.
26 miles. That's
26 miles.
That's a long,
long
way.
Like, they're looking at Machu Picchu. You know what? Nonetheless,
yeah. Okay.
The James Bond show threw me off. Kyle?
Yeah.
Sorry for
let's get into it. Oh, here we go. Spicy Kyle is about to come out. Vicky Blake over at Eurogamer writes, PlayStation will soon remove digital content from players' libraries, even if they've paid for it. PlayStation has begun emailing players to inform them that due to, quote, content licensing arrangements, end quote, from December 31st, some Discovery content will be removed from players' libraries, even if they paid for it. The statement, which says the change affects only Discovery content for now, doesn't explain why content is being removed, nor apologizes for it. All it does is thank players for their, quote-unquote, continued support. Quote, as of December 31st, 2023, due to our content licensing arrangements with content providers, you will no longer be able to watch any of your previously purchased Discovery content, and the content will be removed from your video library. The brief statement explains. We sincerely thank you for your continued support. Thank you. The decision wipes hundreds of shows and movies from the store and from some players' own libraries. As you may well expect, the notification has not gone down well with the PlayStation community, with some suggesting that this is the reality of a, quote, all digital future, end quote. Digital content, even the content you pay for, is only ever licensed. That means the only way to preserve your favorite media is to buy it physically, and that's only if it's available physically in the first place, of course. Although PlayStation didn't give a reason as to why the content was being withdrawn, some suggest it's because the network merged with Warner Brothers last year, and as such, licensing arrangements need to be revised and renewed.
All right, Kyle Stevenson, I see you. I see you sitting on your ivory tower of Blu-ray discs. All right, looking down on me like I'm some peasant. Writes in.
No.
How? Hello, guys. Hope you're both doing well. So, with the removal of Discovery content, quote, I think it's only TV show content at the moment, of digital library, do you think this is the start of removal of TV show content that people purchased on PlayStation? Yay and nay. When I first saw this news, I'm like, this sucks, but who bought TV shows on PlayStation?
No, hold on. That is not the route you should go.
Really?
It doesn't matter who did it.
I mean, yes.
It's the premise.
The premise is there, but I'm like, really? PlayStation, you bought... First off, you bought Discovery content, you know?
I am not here to yuck anyone's yum.
You're right.
Okay?
Listen, some people love their Nat Geo, but...
Yeah. They need to know what Mike Rowe's doing in Dirty Jobs. Where is he working next? I get it. I understand.
Off the highways where he's working. Nice Porter John. No, this obviously, like, this sucks, but I do think this is for Discovery and Warner content, yes, this is probably the end of that content that you get on PlayStation. That being said, I think this obviously sucks to see content that you bought being taken away. But I don't think I'm optimistic that this won't happen to the games we buy. I think that this is a bump in the road for what is the future that is digital content. That's what I'm thinking. Because right now, you buy a disc, Kyle, you buy Jedi Survivor, you're literally only buying...
It's a key.
Yeah, you're buying the key. So the day that they decide to take down Jedi Survivor, it's not like you get that game. It's not even like you own the game when you buy it physically. You own the license to the game. So...
Sure.
I'm upset about this. I am, absolutely, but I think this is a bump in the road for the future of digital content more than anything. What say you, Kyle?
Don't say I didn't tell you. Right? Like, there's a reason why I buy physical, and this is just another reason why I am an advocate for it. Yes, it takes up a lot of space. I get it. It's probably not the best for the environment. I understand.
Sure.
But the fact of just the thought of losing things that I enjoy, the things that I bought. Yeah. It's not like you rented, you bought them.
Yeah.
With your money, and now they're gone. Yeah. They literally stole it from you, and you get nothing.
No, I think for TV shows and like movies, and first off, when I'm saying this, and I'm saying it calmly, don't misread. Like, if you should be demanding your money back. Like, real talk.
Yeah. 1000%.
When it comes to like TV and like movies, absolutely. I think if you really like that thing, you should be buying that physically, because you're seeing firsthand Hulu, Apple, like all of them just start taking off content.
You saw it when Netflix threatened to take The Office away.
Yeah.
And everyone was up in arms like, how am I going to watch it? Oh, I don't know. I own everything on Blu-ray. That's how. Like, exactly. You just go out and get it. I'm with you there. But it's not like this hasn't happened with games before.
Tell me.
They've taken down, previously, they took away Telltale games for a little bit. They were gone.
But if you own them, you still own them.
I understand that, but you had to have them downloaded already.
Oh, fair enough. And like,
same thing with like PT, right?
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, if you downloaded PT, you had to make sure it stayed downloaded, because there's no way you're getting it again. That's why PS4s are selling on eBay with the PT demo already installed for a ton of money, because that is the only way you can play that demo anymore. So backtrack. What is saying all these other game companies who are tired of paying for a server to host that game or whatever on their end just pull the plug and then they're gone forever? I mean, look at the Nintendo eShop. Right. All those games are gone.
But even when it comes to like physical discs, again, right now as it stands, you're getting like the non-day one version of that game.
Yeah.
Right. And again, only the license.
In some cases, right? Like FF7 Rebirth is going to be 2 discs. Right. All that game is on those discs.
Sure.
There will be a patch, sure. So the game might not be fully optimized, and there might be some bugs, but the fact is still you get to play it. So like Jedi Survivor, yes, that is, I think, the most recent one that I can remember that is legit just the key to unlock the digital download, which I think is dumb.
So dumb.
It should be like the Blu-rays that the games come on can hold a pretty hefty amount of data.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they could have put Jedi Survivor on the disc.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the thought of them being able to just pull the plug on digital from you is what scares me the most. Like, and I've already gone through like shows and movies that I love that when I was younger, they didn't have a DVD version. So they're gone completely. And like, I have to watch like them on YouTube. Like,
and you're a big Alf fan.
I'm a huge Alf fan.
Where are you gonna go season 1?
Harry and the Hendersons? Come on now, one of my favorite movies. Joking. Yeah, this is just another.
You know what I don't joke about? Beverly Hills Cop is one of the best trilogies ever made.
It's real good.
It's real good. I can't wait for the 4th one. Are you kidding me? Legitimately, like, I'm hyped for Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so this is just not. It's not good news, and the fact that they're so standoffish with their response to, like, sorry, but thanks for your support.
Yeah,
don't know what to tell you. Like,
it's like borderline. Here's an egg during this trying time. Like, it's just not a good look.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right. You know what? I backtrack on all this. This kind of absolutely sucks. But like, here's the thing. It's the convenience of digital. It's the fact that I don't have to go out to a GameStop. I don't have to go out to a Best Buy.
And that is the conversation where, like, are we going to prioritize convenience?
Yes.
Over actually owning the thing.
But again, we're still not owning that actual thing, because
in some cases, sure.
Well, in a growing case, as we see more and more of these games,
in a growing case, yeah,
right,
sure.
come on these discs, and they're not even the full game, or they're half of it, or whatever have you. Like, again, even that Final Fantasy disc that you get, which Final Fantasy will never go away, but nonetheless, that's without the day one patch, right? So like, one day those games may fade to obscurity. Physical ain't gonna help you there either. So it's just, I think, maybe there's some type of legislation or something that comes on through that helps protect digital ownership that isn't NFTs. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, no, that is not the answer I want at all.
No, I don't want a little barcode on my
no.
on the forehead of my cloud.
I think that is I think the point we all want is we're getting to a point where someone needs to step in and be like, this is not me being, hoity-toity fancy,
Yes, entitled Kyle.
Like, games are art.
Oh, okay.
And the fact that this art is being taken away, no matter how good the game is, it is art in some way, shape, or form. Like, to take it away from people, even in the case of Discovery TV shows, for some people, they're art. Yeah. They're entertainment, and they're just gone. It's a huge bummer. And PlayStation needs to do better with their messaging, with their support, just all around. That is the one area of PlayStation they need to figure
what?
It
no,
out.
they've never done anything wrong, Kyle. You're sounding like an Xbot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me just go see if I can buy one little small thing on PS Direct, and let's see what happens.
You know what? I'm back on your side. Let's bring this whole thing to the ground.
Let me go see what can happen. And when we talk to somebody, they say, oops, sorry, go somewhere else to go buy the product. The product is only available through PS Direct. What are you telling me?
You're right. Yeah, no, this sucks. And
it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to anyone who actually bought Discovery stuff.
Yeah.
It is bummed. Because didn't this not recently, but this has happened to you.
What?
Didn't you own Force Awakens digitally on PS3?
Oh,
and
yeah.
That got taken away from you?
Yeah, because I wanted the theme.
Yeah, so like, it has happened previously in PlayStation.
But I owned Force Awakening like 3 or 4 times over.
I get that, but they did take it away from you.
Yeah. Took it away. Now it's all I was thinking through that whole segment. All right, Kyle, this one's gonna grind my gears too. Again, there's 2 problems with this digital future. So we found one. What happens when they take digital goods away from you? I'm very interested when it's like the first big game that this happens to, what people are going to do. Because this is different. Again, for the Discovery content, my first reaction is, who's buying Discovery content on here? But if it is like, Grand Theft Auto 2 or whatever, I don't know, like that's going to be upsetting. And you're right. I think in terms of like, how the lack of protection of older games and how they've just faded into obscurity, like it absolutely sucks to see that gaming preservation still so long to go.
And not to keep bringing it up, but I think the way digital is doing good things, that's right, I'm going to talk good about digital things, is when it comes to older games, that is the easiest way to play the older stuff.
That's right.
Because physically, some games are way too expensive.
Yeah. To
go buy a new console, buy the game, or buy an old console and buy the game again. That's hundreds and hundreds of dollars instead of just buying the new system and downloading it digital. I get that, but there still needs to be some sort of protections and allowing these older games to still be around when you want to play.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Let's talk about the next one.
Speaking of Sony not doing great messaging on the support side. So Amina Khan over at PS Lifestyle writes, Sony restoring wrongly banned PSN accounts, but hasn't addressed concerns. Sony Interactive Entertainment is quietly overturning accidental PSN account bans that hit a large number of players yesterday. However, the company has neither addressed players' concerns nor released a statement acknowledging the issue at the time of this writing, let alone explaining what happened. Earlier this week, the company announced that it's pulling all Discovery TV content from players' libraries due to the expiration of its licensing agreement, but added that it's also revoking access to shows that users paid for. With no recourse or offer of funds, many have been left wondering if Sony's actions are legal. Albeit temporary, yesterday's bans caused affected players to lose access to their digital game libraries as well as PS Plus subscriptions. Add to this the fact that Sony has not addressed any concerns stemming from either of the two aforementioned incidents, and we have a perfect case against an all-digital future.
I think this is the best case for it.
For all-digital future?
No. Against it. Being locked out of your account is the absolute worst, especially when you did nothing wrong, right?
Yeah. And I've seen people try to get it back and they're just make a new account. Okay, well, what about all the games they purchased?
Yeah. What happens?
What do you mean make a new account?
I have thousands of doll hairs tied to this PlayStation. It's the reason
why
I'm
playing
Fortnite
money.
Exactly. And you're just going to take it away from me because I yelled at a little kid because he's camping. And I told him I'm having sex with his mom on the daily. And sometimes when I'm feeling adventurous, I let the father watch. Like, come on.
We're slowly going back to Andrew House times.
Slowly slipping. But I say this. You paid money for these games.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be locked out of them.
No.
And just because from what I understand, it's like people that have like an Apple account, like email.
That's the thing. Really?
So it could be theoretically, and this is just me spitballing, it could be people signed up for like the Apple TV, like, a little bonus thing that they had. And that's what they were locking. They were locking them out. Like there was like a weird glitch. That sucks. And especially with PlayStation's absolute barbaric customer service, which is literally
it's awful.
Talk to the hand because the face don't want to hear it anymore.
It's probably one person sitting in a room handling everybody.
Yeah, one person named Derek, and Derek hates his job and is real bad at it. And he has a bone to pick with Jimbo. So, like, it absolutely sucks. Okay, this needs to change. You should not be, your content should not be locked. Unless, of course, you did something evil. You know what I mean? But like,
oh yeah, people who deserve to be banned need to stay banned.
But if
you just wake up and you go to log in to play something and it's all gone, like, I don't know how I would handle that, Joe.
Real talk. If it happened to me,
somebody who has 330 platinum trophies on this account, I would be devastated.
Yeah. As someone who has 62 real trophies, I would be devastated too. You know, and like for me, this guy, he's so upset. So like for me, I'd probably be like, all right, well, I'm going to Xbox. Like that would make me switch. If all of a sudden, like they PlayStation Direct me, but like via the PlayStation, like the PSN store, I'd be like, well, I can't buy anything, so I'm gonna go over to Team Green. Like that, I would turn heel. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
Cheap Hall the next day. I already got the logo and everything printed out of sheer spite and rage.
I will axe kick my desk like Horizon going to PC. Yeah. I will do that.
Just hear you heavy breathe cry.
No.
Yeah, but honestly, again, these are the things that they have the opportunity now to address because they aren't big and overblown. They need to address this. And that's why, like, I know there's several lawsuits in the EU and in the UK for PlayStation overcharging customers. This should be something maybe the EU takes up as to what digital ownership actually means. Yeah. Not this dumb, like, Internet 3.0 NFTs, bro. Like, what does ownership in a digital realm actually look like? That's what they need to address here.
Yeah. Jeez. I hope if anyone in our community got hit by it, I hope your account gets brought back soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's awful.
Talking about ownership, let's talk about Bungie, dude. What's going
Tom,
on?
Tom Ivan over at VGC writes, Bungie's position as an independent Sony subsidiary is reportedly under threat. When the PlayStation maker announced its intention to acquire the Destiny studio last year, it said Bungie would, quote, continue to operate independently, maintaining the ability to self-publish and reach players wherever they choose to play, end quote. Post-acquisition, Bungie would be an independent subsidiary run by its board of directors chaired by Pete Parsons and Bungie's current management team, Sony said. According to a new IGN report, the company's board is currently made up of PlayStation Studios head Herman Hulst, Sony Senior VP Eric Lempel, Bungie co-founder Jason Jones, Bungie CTO Luis Villegas, and Parsons, who serves as the tiebreaker vote. But the current split board structure is reportedly contingent on Bungie hitting certain financial goals. If it fails to do so, Sony can choose to dissolve the existing board and assume full control of the company, it's claimed. In October, Bungie's staff were reportedly warned that revenue was running at around 45% below projections for the year, which Parsons is said to have attributed to poor player retention for Destiny 2. Struggling to meet its targets and with the threat of a potential Sony takeover looming, Bungie's leadership reportedly embarked on a wide-ranging cost-cutting plan that has seen 100 of the studio's 1,200 employees laid off. Other recently introduced money-saving measures include a hiring freeze, reduced travel budgets, no holiday bonuses, the pausing of cost of living pay adjustments, and other benefit cuts that have reportedly contributed to a significant decline in employee morale. And there are fears that more job cuts could be on the way too. Quote, we know we need Final Shape to do well, one source told IGN, and the feeling at the studio is that if it doesn't, we're definitely looking at more layoffs, end quote.
That's terrific.
Just to think, working at your job, knowing the giant, awful thing is looming if this doesn't do well, which is out of your hands, really.
Yep. It sucks. And
yeah,
to see when asked, I saw in one of the first off, the Rebecca Valentine article is way more in depth. It could literally be a podcast on its own. But there was a quote by saying like, hey, did the higher ups take a pay cut? And the reply was from one of the higher ups conversations of just like, Bungie's not that type of company. It's like, Jesus, guys. That's why it's all lip service, guys. At the end of the day, every time that you see something, oh, we're doing this for like diversity day, it's like, it's all bullshit. I can't stress it enough that you're a number to these people, and it's just disgusting that that's the case. So when I see this, my first thought, anger, is literally just that. But it's also like, I've been seeing this rhetoric online of like, if PlayStation takes over Bungie and it's the worst thing ever in the world. This is the worst. What's going to happen to the Bungie that I know and love? It's going to die. The Bungie that made the original Marathon, dead. The Bungie that made Halo 1, 2, and 3, the GOATs, dead, and Reach, which the hidden GOAT. Like, the Bungie we know and love is gone because of PlayStation. I'm like, where's this energy when Microsoft literally bought Bethesda and Activision? Everyone settle down. It's not the end of the world. Okay? Because my first guttural reaction, as someone who is a past Bungie fan, as I am like a past Blizzard fan when it comes to PC games, I love Bungie. I love Halo. It's one of the most influential series, if not the most influential series to me as a gamer. When I see this happen, it's like, when people are like, I'm worried about the culture of Bungie. Well, this is the culture of Bungie. They are willing to lay off 100 people, five people, theoretically, 5 C-suite dudes are willing to cut 100 jobs just out the gate to keep their job. Like, what culture is there to save when, your workforce is so adamantly, vehemently angry with you? Which is no surprise. You literally just ruined dozens of your coworkers, your friends' livelihoods because of you needed to make an expansion every year. That is frustrating. And I understand that frustration. So my immediate reaction is just like, I just see 5 dudes trying to protect their job. Hell with it. I understand the cause for concern. Don't get me wrong, because the way that, people are looking at this going, okay, well, if Sony takes this, company over and it becomes part of PlayStation, well, we've seen what PlayStation will do. It'll take loads of content away from Destiny and piecemeal it out so that you're pretty much forced to play it on PlayStation. I get that fear, and I think that is a legitimate cause for concern that I can't quell by saying no, they won't, because they have a history of saying that they will. But what I will say here is just like the culture in itself, as I'm looking at it right now, needs to change. This isn't right. And I just see less than a dozen people try to protect their job and just throw hundreds under the bridge to do it. Or under the rug.
I think the most disappointing is of those 5, one is Herman Hulst.
Well, so
another is the senior VP Eric Lempel.
Yeah. So Herman's there, as one would assume, is the PlayStation voice, right?
Sure.
So he's pretty much there going, "Hey guys, so what's up? What's going on with Destiny? I'm all ears." Smile, and they tell him what's up, and he goes to whoever, probably Jim, and they have their agenda, right? They get speaking rights as to where they want to take certain aspects, I would assume. But it's not like he has, I would believe, creative control of the property.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would hope that him and the other Sony VP, Eric Lempel, that's on the board, talked against all this stuff, and the Bungie people be the 3 votes to 2 to make all these moves.
Yeah.
Just from the outside looking in, of like PlayStation not doing their due diligence to try to keep everyone happy.
Fair. That's fair.
That is what it could be disappointing if that is the case or was not the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, just seeing, like, at what point, and how is it still fair that in order to keep the fat cats rich and happy,
I'm thinking about Fat Cat's monocle cane top hat.
1,000,000%. I am also thinking the same thing.
Good.
A nice little orange tabby cat.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It directly affects everyone who's putting in the hard work's livelihoods and their families.
Yeah.
Just reading all the other what the measures are of like no holiday bonuses, that's terrible. I've never really had one. I had one briefly at the, but it wasn't like crazy. It wasn't crazy.
Yeah. And
just like the pausing of living, cost of living pay adjustments, which the economy's crazy. So everyone's not getting paid what they should. And just in general, just benefit cuts. It just affects more than I think people understand.
Yes.
And that is what bums me out more than I could care less about the future of Bungie. Yeah. It's the employees that I care more about in this situation.
Yeah, and it's like it's hard for me to care about. You're right. It's hard for me to care about. As
soapboxy as that was, but like, I don't know. It's a video game,
right?
It is a product. We have Bungie products that we can go play.
Right.
I'm more worried about the people behind them making them.
And what you said earlier, video games are art. I care about the artist making it. And that's what I get so angry about. It's like, seeing all this, and again, just to protect like 5 people's jobs, that hurts. And so it's funny how, like, a year or 2 ago, we were looking at this, and for the lack of information we saw, we're like, holy crap, this is a sweetheart deal that Bungie gets, right? They get independent freedom to be a third-party publisher. They get the freedom to make their games on, PC and Xbox day one on PlayStation. Like, they pretty much get to operate as just Bungie, and PlayStation doesn't have a say otherwise to do jack all with it. And to now go into the last few months, we're hearing, this is actually a bit of a situation where, I was listening to Travis on the Bitcast, and I was listening to other diehard Destiny fans say, the trajectory that Bungie's been on has been so wild, because you'll have an expansion like, the Witch Queen, and it's like the Renaissance. It's the thing that like brings Destiny back. Everybody loves it. And then you'll get like an Osiris DLC or Beyond Light, and they're just like, ooh. Or even this latest one, right? Like Lightfall. Everybody's like, oh God, it's so crazy hit or miss that what Destiny needs and what Bungie needs is they need a steady product that doesn't need a yearly expansion to make it last. You know, I see the trajectory of them kind of being like a slower and not as functional Fortnite, where Fortnite has the ability to do all this crazy stuff that we're about to talk about because their company is Epic, the people that make the engine for this game, right? Like Bungie doesn't have luxuries like that. So when you have a shitty monetization model, when you have, you know, lackluster and then amazing stellar releases, they're just so sporadic in terms of quality. Yeah, you're going to get these situations. And what I hope Bungie learns from this is, hey, first off, Marathon needs to come out because we need more than just one game to support. We need more products out there so that we could diversify. We could get more money in from different places. And hopefully with the future of Destiny, they can take longer breaks in between those expansions. And I think with Marathon not being as ready as they would like it to be, I think that's put them in this position that you see them in. It's a very, very precarious situation that they got going on.
Yeah.
And it's one that they're going to be on the ropes 4 months. I hope they get out of it. I really do. Because again, from what we've been told and what we've been spoon-fed, it's like, oh, Bungie gets all this freedom. And they also get like say of what games look like live service wise through the Sony or PlayStation spectrum. It's concerning. So to me, it sucks. I hope to see, you know, Bungie rebound from this, but I don't also think it's the end of the world if they go, listen, management's got to go, because look at the direction that they're currently in.
Yeah.
It's not surprising that morale's incredibly low, but like, to see there's now worry of more job cuts so that they can outsource parts of Destiny, like cutscenes and whatnot, to outside studios, which is a normal-ish thing in the industry to do, but not normal for a likes of a Bungie. Yeah, that is really deeply concerning. So you're right, Kyle. My thought to the employees, I don't care about these 5 dudes. I care about the hundreds of people that work at Bungie.
And at what point do we have to take a look at like just Destiny 2 in general? At what point do they move on and do something new, Destiny 3?
And I mean, and
like,
that's
like it's been 6 years, right? 2017,
right?
And I'm so far out of it. Like I played the base Destiny 2. I don't know. I'm not in the nitty gritty. So, but like, is it just a case of people are tired of Destiny 2 and just want something brand new?
That's a good point. And I like, again, go over to our friends at the Bitcast. We had a great conversation about
absolutely
something similar, because this news didn't hit then. But Travis, who is a avid and friend of the show, avid Destiny player, the community's also split on that too. It's like some people think, hey, maybe the engine showed its age. Let's go do something else. Or hey, no, you could still like Roblox, Minecraft. You don't need a 2 at the end of those games for those games to live on. So like, does the number at the end of the thing matter? Likely not. It's I think they need a clear direction on where they're going from here on out, and I think they need more IP successful ones to help bolster their portfolio, because now we're seeing, even with a huge success that Destiny is, when you think about live service games that's lived on, you think of Call of Duty, Destiny, and Fortnite. Those 3 don't have never-ending growth. It's just impossible. They're hitting that ceiling with Destiny.
I would put Rainbow Six Siege in there too.
Sure, but even like then, like these games have a ceiling. And you're starting to see unrealistic expectations from, again, C-suite execs going, well, why couldn't Destiny, grow to this double-digit scale? It's like, well, because we're out of COVID and everybody's working now. It's just. And
also, there are other games that are doing something similar.
Yeah,
the new hotness drops and people want to check it out, like Remnant.
Yeah. Yes.
Or Outriders.
Right.
Like people will play those because it's something new. And we've seen it. People don't I think the retention rate on games, people hopping back into like DLC, is not that high.
Old Hunters.
I could only imagine it's the same for like expansions.
Yeah.
For a 6-year-old game, but this is me talking out of my ass. Who knows?
No, you're right. Again, at the end of the day, as popular as Destiny is, it has that ceiling. I think we're meeting it, and I think unrealistic expectations are starting to hit, and that's why you're seeing Bungie like go out there and go, maybe we make a TV show and a movie out of this, so that we could get a second life out of it, just like how Edge Runners did for Cyberpunk. Like, you know, that's why you're seeing them diversify, even doing publishing. They need more investments coming in. So that's where we're at currently. Again, not looking great for Bungie, but I don't think that Bungie has been on the ropes more than once. I think they could, not to say that they're comfortable in this arena, but they'll make it out. I hope.
Sure.
I hope. All right, Kyle. It is time for some flashes. Gotta go fast. We got to go into the future and see the Game Awards and who won, who lost, and how wrong we were about our predictions. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, no return. Lineup revealed. This comes from Victoria Kennedy over at Eurogamer in a post on PlayStation UK social feed. The company has listed no returns roster. Quote, again, some characters will need to be unlocked before you can play as them, but it goes as follows. Abby, Dina, Ellie, Jesse, Lev, Manny, Mel, Tommy, Yara, and Joel.
I am so excited.
Who are you most excited to play as? And also, each one of them have their own like build, what makes them unique, and all that jazz.
So there's a bunch of previews. People went to go play it, and it's music to my ears from what I've heard. I'm very excited for how much fun I'm going to have as a roguelike super fan. I'm excited for this. Like for example, like Manny. From what I've read and heard and listened to, he does not have the ability to craft the medkit, but he has 150% health.
Okay,
and like it's those kind of differences. Like they have different starting weapons and different kind of skills and abilities to make them each feel different. I'm actually super excited to play as Dina.
Really,
Dina is the one I'm super excited about because I love that character so much.
Yeah.
That is exciting, like Jesse as well.
I'm actually super excited to play as Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy's a character I hope we play for realsies in part 3.
Sure.
Yeah.
I heard there was a rumor or speculation or something that Joel and Tommy won't have the ability to go prone or dodge. just because they're older.
Nice.
And that kind of fits the theme. I don't know if that's true or not, but that'd be kind of funny.
That'd be great.
And just like seeing the outfits, right? Like Abby and her Mad Max kind of outfit is crazy. Ellie in the Savage Starlight costume from the comics in the game. This is so good. I can't wait.
All right.
Excited. I can't wait.
Which one of them do you think, like for melee weapon, has a golf club? Avatars. There's 3 of them. There's so many of them you can have. PlayStation Star Points.
We can't keep letting you get away with this.
Free avatars.
At some point.
PS Star Points. PS5, chance to win PlayStation Plus, the season of play. It's back. Sammy Barker from Push Square writes. Sony has announced a new PS Plus promotion that'll run the length of December into the new year called Season of Play. While it's live, you'll be able to earn PS5 and PS4 avatars, discounts on merch at the PlayStation Gear shop, enter to a competition to win a PlayStation 5 console, and claim a 50 point PlayStation Star. 50 PlayStation Star Points. Okay, there you go. Dyslexia hit again. If you play one of the month's new PlayStation Plus Essential games. Season of Play goes live today and will be available through the 5th of January. During that time, a page on your PlayStation 5 or 4 system should direct you to a voucher code to redeem your free avatars. Icons from Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Rainbow Six Siege are included. You can get 15% discount on all products available at the PlayStation Gear Online store. Use the promo code Season of Play 15. A bundle of PlayStation 5 for 12 months of PlayStation Plus Premium is up for grabs if you answer 5 questions on the PlayStation Plus website. On the 9th of December 2023. Then there will be free PlayStation Plus multiplayer weekends on PlayStation tournaments to follow the overall time frame of Season of Play. Finally, if you want the 50 points of PlayStation Star, you will need to redeem and play any one of the game's Lego 2K Drive, Sable, or Power Wash Simulator during the month. You don't need a PlayStation Plus membership to take in any of these activities if you want to claim extra PlayStation Star points. Cool beans. I struggled through that. I got a migraine going on, and it's killing me.
It's okay.
I want that Ghost of Tsushima icon real bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's a cool little thing.
Yeah. PlayStation Stars is decent. Go redeem those points. It's free money.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you can get, like, free games, too, if you have enough points.
Yeah. I got Alan Wake for $20. Like, Alan Wake 2 for $20. Like, can't argue with it, man. Yeah. If you buy digital, I mean, that's one bonus. You buy digital, you're rewarded for it.
Sure.
You know? Even for us, like, sometimes when we get free codes and stuff, like, for example, Call of Duty.
Oh, it'll count.
It'll count.
That is nice.
It's a nice little, it's a nice little bonus, you know? I
feel
like I'm getting in on them, you know? It's like,
yeah. Would you like me to take this next one for you?
Yeah, this migraine's getting heavy.
Mark Delaney over at IGN writes, Fortnite is getting a Lego game, an arcade racer, and a Rock Band successor all this week. With Chapter 5 of Fortnite having launched this weekend, Epic is revealing big plans for the future. Lego Fortnite, as the simple name suggests, is a huge collaboration years in the making. It's a new free game that will live inside Fortnite starting on December 7th and is playable solo or in multiplayer with others. Though we've yet to see much of the survival crafting game, it's presumed that it will play something like Minecraft or LEGO Worlds, the LEGO Group's previous step into the genre. With LEGO Fortnite, Epic and the LEGO Group are kicking off a years-long collaboration that was previously announced but yet to bear any fruit. LEGO says the partnership with Epic is designed to create fun and safe digital spaces for children and families. Take that, Roblox. That's me, not them. It has long been understood that the LEGO Epic collaboration is seen as a step into the metaverse, of which Epic CEO Tim Sweeney often speaks. Quote, within LEGO Fortnite, players can explore vast open worlds where the magic of LEGO building and Fortnite collide, a LEGO press release stated. Designed for people of all ages to enjoy together, the game will encourage creativity, experimentation, and collaboration through play. But that's not the only new game that will live inside Fortnite this week. As teased in the Big Bang finale event, Rocket Racing and Fortnite Festival are on the way on December 8th and 9th, respectively. Rocket Racing is an arcade racing game that incorporates elements of both Fortnite and Rocket League. Fortnite Festival, meanwhile, is essentially the rebirth of Rock Band, developed by Harmonix and available exclusively within Fortnite. Licensed tracks and classic music gameplay are back.
Well, Kyle, looks like you're coming to Fortnite, baby. They got a Lady Gaga.
I hate this so much.
They got The Weeknd as part of the set lists. Why do you hate it? This is fun. It's whimsical. Have some whimsy in your life, Kyle.
It's fun. Sure. I'll give you that. The Lego thing is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
You see the little Lego versus? There's over 1,000, like 600 skins in the game that's Legofied.
Yeah, that's great.
That's
I
fun.
like that. I like
that's
that
whimsy.
a lot. That is fun. When I see this, though, I remember it's very similar to, like, now I'm blanking on their names. Toys for Bob and Vicarious Visions.
Okay.
Made great things.
Yeah.
And then they get sucked up and put on other games that take away their ability to do what they do.
What do you mean? They're doing it right here. Rock Band, but it's Fortnite-ified. Who doesn't love that?
Just give me a new Rock Band. I don't want to hop into Fortnite.
But it's free.
It's not the same. I don't have an actual peripheral. I'm not strumming a guitar. I'm not jamming on the drum.
Okay, if they bring you the guitar.
Sure, I'd play.
Really?
Yeah.
All the anger subsided. You're like, sure.
Yeah. All jokes aside, yes, this is fun. It's very fun.
I think
it's the Epic families kind of joining together and doing something cool.
Yeah.
But at this point, I think I'm just over Fortnite.
I'm not.
I'm just kind of over. I know you're not. I know it's huge. I know it's doing its thing.
I got
just
2
kinda done.
Victory Royales last night with the new season.
Ooh, look at you.
2 of them
How many
back-to-back.
hours do you have in Fortnite?
So, funny enough, I did try to measure it. I have over 500 in PS5. I went to download the PS4 version of the game.
Just to see?
See the time. It won't let me download it. It says only, like, playable on PlayStation 4.
Okay.
But, like, if I, let's just say I bring out dust off my PS4, it won't tell me the game time.
Does Epic keep track?
That's a good question. Let me take a gander.
I can only imagine you're in the couple thousands of hours.
I'm definitely in the thousands. There's no way I'm not. I would be.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd be a little, a little bit upset if I wasn't, But, like, honestly, the newest season is awesome. Like, they brought back, like, first off, the animations. I'm a slut for a good animation. Awesome. Like, just the movement of your character, it feels good. Bullet drop of all the guns feel really good. The problem with last season was, like, assault rifles were laser beams across the map. This one, you're actually seeing the physics of the bullet fall off, just like it would in, like, Battlefield. And so, like, for me, it feels, the gunplay feels better. So I love what Fortnite is able to do by just giving me a game I don't have to pay for, but the every 3-6 month update of, like, the gameplay's refresh and it feels good to play. It's
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels nice. Yeah. I really like this season, even if they nerfed Solid Snake's ass. You see this? Everybody's outraged. He's got a pancake.
I also saw they got the Peter Griffin holding his knee when you go down animation.
Yeah, they have P-tier Griffin on there, which he looks weird. I will say he doesn't look.
Yeah.
Because they made him buff. It's like, I get it.
Yeah. It's not the portly, overweight dad that we know.
And he couldn't, because just the way certain, like characters have to look a certain way in order for the game to even function.
For, like, hitboxes.
Yeah, so they have to have a certain amount of frames, even down to that. So I understand. I definitely understand.
I do like the little jab at Roblox, though.
Oh, really? Oh, for the fun with families type of thing?
I mean, that is essentially what Fortnite is.
Yeah.
And what is becoming. They're like, oh, Roblox, you think you're all cool and all that? Yeah, well, guess what? We're taking everything you're doing and making it better over here.
And I mean, that's just typical Fortnite, right? Because, like, Fortnite, as much as I love it, I mean, they pretty much ripped off PUBG and they just made it their own.
Oh.
But they made it better.
Yeah. Fortnite originally, the Battle Royale was not the focus of that game.
Yeah. Remember that?
It was the actual building, kind of like protect against zombies or whatever. I used to have that game Informer. Like, that was a cover story and it described that game and it had nothing to do with Battle Royale.
I am trying to find right now my time in Fortnite, and it is, again, I think it's well over like 15,000 hours.
Yeah. Same with money spent.
Yeah.
$15,000. $1 an hour.
How dare you, son of a bitch. You're so
Am
right.
I wrong?
No, you're so right. Oh my God. Hey, listen, they also, here's something. You ready for this? Dragon Age. Dreadwolf.
Yeah. Sure.
They released a little snippet. Summer 2024. Here's some pretty locations.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just show the game. I'm tired of EA doing these concept things or brief, tiny little glimpses. Yeah.
Just show me the game.
Just show me.
That said, it's like, I feel like I should be more hyped for this game because I did love Dragon Age 2. And, like, Inquisition, I feel like I need to give it another chance, but
Inquisition was the only one I put significant time into.
Yeah. I need to go back and play Dragon Age 1 because that's one people are like, you never played? I'm like, sadly, it flew. Like, that was my GameStop days.
Sure. Yeah. Same.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Ready for this? Fallout TV show impressions. Whole bunch of video game stuff. You got the Fallout TV show. Yeah, then the Halo show. In the universe where the Fallout show looks better than the Halo show. Who would have thought? Kyle, did you see this trailer? I know we're not like big Bethesda guys or whatever. You didn't.
I didn't watch it.
Really? Fair. Yeah. I would implore you to.
I will eventually. It's just, I didn't actively not watch it. It just slipped my mind.
Well, it's because now that they're owned by Xbox, you don't want to, you hate it.
That is, no, don't
You're one of those
Don't force
toxic
that
boys.
narrative.
You're one of those
Absolutely
toxic
not.
boys.
I legit forgot that was even a trailer that happened. So
honestly, go and watch it because it looks fantastic.
On that note, I still haven't even watched the Boys new season trailer. I didn't watch that one yet either.
So good. Yeah, watch this trailer. Honestly, it's on the level of The Last of Us for me.
Oh, okay.
It starts small and then ends just. It's an excellent ramp up. I think even as a not Bethesda Softworks fan or Fallout fan rather, I even got chills. So as someone who just surface level knows what Fallout's about, the base lore and all of it, I was just like, holy sh! If I think they got the tone, I can only imagine what a Fallout diehard thinks right now. It's really impressive.
One of the funniest things I did see on Twitter, and I'm trying to get the wording correctly. It was one of those Twitter accounts that are throwing out all these little tidbits with sources and whatever. And they're like, oh, the Fallout TV show is going to go into the origin of the Pip-Boy drawing. And somebody quote tweeted, is literally someone just drew it on a wall. What? Well, how deep are we getting into this origin?
Dude, I hate when it's the 50 things you missed. It's
yeah.
No, I saw just enough, asshole.
Yeah.
You didn't. Oh, Jesus Christmas.
But I will watch it before tomorrow, and I'll let you know.
Excellent. Also, Kyle, this is for you. A little indie game, Pacific Drive, hits PlayStation 5 and PC on February 2nd. It's the car survival game.
Yeah, I played it at PAX East before the whole booth lost power.
There you go.
I didn't finish the demo. It's a great time. Anomalies are happening in the world. You're in a station wagon. You can upgrade the station wagon and repair it and whatnot. And you're just trying to figure out what's going on in the Pacific Northwest.
What the heck?
It's a really cool concept. I'm very, very excited for it.
That's the Flash news. Kyle, let's get into what you've been playing before we square up the Game Awards, shall we?
Ooh, let's do it.
All right, Kyle, want me to trigger you?
No, let me get my stuff out of the way first.
Take it away.
I platinum Sea of Stars. What a game.
Yeah.
What a game. I don't want to get too in depth because we're obviously going to talk about it on the award show, the Platties. Please vote. Vote now. Yep. Link in the description. It is the perfect love letter to a genre that I absolutely love. And reminds me of why I love RPGs. The characters are amazing. I cried 2 or 3 times. And it was earned. It wasn't Kyle being an emotional baby.
Okay.
The story beats were earned for me to actually feel those emotions. Okay. There are characters that are some of my favorite ever. Nice. It's so good. Trophy list is really good too. It is a little time consuming. Okay. A lot of end game things that you have to do, but if you're doing everything in the lead up, it's not that bad, which is how I did it.
All right.
A nice little secret too that they don't really hint at and you have to look up is, what does this item do? Hint, flimsy hammers, look it up. It's cool. Okay. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I
saw a lot of people going, yeah, I had to Google that. So it's fair.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's great. Sabotage Studios. I can't wait to see what's next. Eventual sequel, DLC, whatever. I'm there for it day one. It's awesome.
Awesome. What's this other game you got?
And so, I mentioned earlier, in between another RPG that I have to hop into because I haven't played Star Ocean 2 yet. I haven't touched it because I'm waiting.
Are you a real fan if you haven't touched it yet?
I have played that game so many times, Joe. That is my break game.
I started playing it. I think I'm a bigger fan than you.
Yeah, okay, sure. And in between Baldur's Gate, which I'll hop in soon.
Yeah.
I booted up Immortals of Avium, which I bought on a sale a while ago. The EA original from...
Yep. Ascendant Studios.
Ascendant Studios. I was thinking Triumvirate Studios. Yeah. No, Ascendant Studios. It's the Magic first-person shooter game. If you're unfamiliar, yep. It's fun. It's definitely as Michael Huber of Easy Allies calls it. It's swimming in sevens.
Yeah.
It's exactly kind of what you wanted, a blockbuster kind of action flick. My one downside to it is when there's a lot of magic happening on screen, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, you get lost in the
It's
sauce.
very easy to get lost. It's beautiful though.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. I'm excited to finish it. And then I started playing this little game right here, Lords of the Fallen.
Hey, look at that.
Because I'm a big Souls boy now.
That's right.
I'm loving it. I know not everyone is a fan of it. I have some issues.
Okay.
I die too many times because I don't feel the weight of getting hit.
Yeah.
Like when you take damage, it just happens. And there isn't a whole lot of feedback as a player.
Okay.
Right? Like I think when I get hit in Bloodborne, you know you got hit in Bloodborne.
You're like,
in this one, there's not a whole lot of that going on.
Okay.
And there's been many times where I was like, oh, I thought I dodged that. Nope, I'm dead.
All right.
But the world is cool. The hopping back in between the umbral zone, plane, whatever.
Because it's using,
seeing the secrets with the lantern.
Yeah, it's using that SSD. So like you use the lantern, the level just totally changes.
And it's real. I didn't know that this could happen, but if you hold the lantern up and you see an enemy in the umbral plane, and they attack you, they immediately pull you into the umbral plane.
That's cool.
Which I did not know happen. I was right in front of a boss or ready to go into a boss, and one of these little MFers pulled me in like, oh, damn you. Now I got to get out and figure out how to get out. It's a ton of fun. I'm excited to keep going.
Okay, excellent. I was provided a code, but it kept crashing in the first level, and so I have not gone back.
There's some weird texture things.
I've heard they've patched the crap out of it, so I am going to...
But other than that, it's good. There's a lot of systems, too. There's a lot of systems.
That said, I did make my guy look like Balin's Skull from Ahsoka, and he looks badass. And now I think that's who I'm always going to go. If I'm doing like a From Software thing, he's always going to have that Balin look, you know?
Fair.
You know?
All right, Joe, I'm prepared. Let me hear this bullshit you're about to drop on everybody.
What do you mean?
Come on, I'm ready. Go for it.
I've been playing more of the PlayStation Portal.
Yeah, it's cool. I love that.
Yeah, it's great. It's a fun time. I don't understand. You know.
Go ahead, continue.
Here's the thing, Kyle. All right, I've been playing on my PlayStation Portal Bloodborne: The Old Hunters. I didn't like being called out, and I think even like Strubles and Bits, like I saw like a lot of people were messaging me while I was playing this, going, yeah, they were cheering me on. They're like, good, you know, show the haters. You know what I mean? Like I love that.
Show the hate.
That's what they're saying. That's what I was saying. And so, you know, last week I took it personally, that attack, the gatekeeping from Kyle and our guest that shan't be named.
Yeah. I've been on you since I platted Bloodborne to play the DLC. And now, when a guest brings it up, then you take issue with it?
Because you're like, oh, I'm the real Bloodborne fan. I'm the real Bloodborne. I'm like, let's back it up. So I've been playing it. I took it personally. I literally got to the boss after around the vacuous spider. Oh, my goodness. The one where it's like it's the Akira monster that you're fighting and all the mages.
Ludwig?
No. I'm talking the base game.
Oh, in the base game.
Yeah, I think it's the Nightmare Presence.
Nope. No, that's the final boss.
All right, sorry.
The one reborn.
Yes, there you go. So I got to him.
Who's the fake fan?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
The fake fan got to level 80 in the span of like a few hours. So you relax. And I was just like, okay, so now that I'm here, now I
platted it in 40 hours. Get over yourself.
And listen, when you see the hours I've put into this game, it's not about like who platted it first. It's over 300 hours I have in Bloodborne.
Which is shocking that you're just playing the DLC now.
And when people ask me, you know, do I miss it? You know, Bloodborne.
Of course.
The Old Hunters. I say I miss the idea of it. But not the truth.
What are you even saying?
The weakness. You know? The Old Hunters is good. It's a really good DLC.
Yeah.
Bosses are alright.
Okay.
The Ludwig fight, pretty dope. The living failure is absolutely dumb.
Oh. Yeah, that's real dumb.
that was one of the worst bosses. I'll say it. That's the worst boss.
It's bad.
And then I got to the Lady Maria fight, and everybody's like, here's where it gets good, Joe. Here's where it gets difficult. This is where it's like, it's a Sekiro fight. So you got to prepare yourself. You prepare to die. She is the Lady Millennia. I'm on my PlayStation Portal at work. It's at lunch. And I'm playing it. And I'm like, okay, so I'm expected to die. Listen, I died a few times on Ludwig. I'm not here to... I died a good 5 times.
It took me a while.
And then I realized he's just one of the Elden Ring Rocky horse bosses. And I just got on his side. I pretended he was a dragon. I got him down.
Sure.
Don't like to brag. The Lady Maria fight, I couldn't be more disappointed, y'all. I trashed her. So I just treated it like it was a Sekiro fight. And I dogged her, dude. It wasn't even close.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
And this is not me being a gatekeeper, because I'm not a gatekeeper in this sense.
Okay.
Is this a new character? Is this like a mega leveled character you're going into it? I'm
Again,
just curious as to like,
no, you're right.
How buffed your character is.
My guy is buffed. I'm not going in there.
Okay.
I'm not going in there going like I beat.
Sure. I'm not saying you're not skilled enough to take her out easily. That's not what I'm saying.
I got a level 9 saw cleaver. I came in prepared.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Again,
yeah,
I got to the gross baby Akira boss. So like I'm buffed. Again, I'm about like level 80.
Okay. Sure.
I even named him Kyle.
Sure.
You know, just so that when I died I didn't feel bad about it. When these 40-foot monsters just stomped on him, like, yeah, that's right, you dumb bitch. And so Kyle, you did end up bested Maria on the first try.
Why does it feel like you're gatekeeping me right now? As a human being.
How the turntables.
I didn't gatekeep anything.
So listen, as the true From Software fan, I feel, it's a really good DLC. I like it a lot.
It's really good.
I'm going to go and I'm going to complete it, but I do have to wait. I got to get like Alan Wake done. I got to get Sea of Stars done. I got to get Final Fantasy 16 done, and then I'll go back to it. But like the Lady Maria boss fight, I just treated her like it. All jokes aside, let's end a bit. It's a great DLC.
Yeah.
You really get to understand the ideas they were playing with games that would come in the future. That's why, Kyle,
1,000%. Yes.
I messaged you going, I think you're really going to like Sekiro. If you like that Lady Maria fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, even as somebody who played Elden Ring after Bloodborne, I can see how not beginner, but just like the foundation of what Maria is in future games.
Absolutely.
So like Maria is like the base design, the early kind of thought process of some future bosses.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been done better, but like in the moment playing it for the first time, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. The setting, the characters, the blood attacks. Oh my God.
So like the blood attacks, it's like, oh yeah, I seen some of that in like Sekiro, especially with my boy. And then in Elden Ring, like, yeah, there's like a charge attack that she does. And I'm like, that's kind of like Millennia right there.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
You're seeing like a lot of like the ideas of future bosses on stage. And that's why I actually think I'm besting them so well. It's because,
absolutely.
I've seen this boss sort of in a dream in Elden Ring. The one thing that is funny is I keep on trying to block with L1. And I'm like, nope, not doing that. But legitimately great and a testament to the PlayStation Portal. I'm not in a great location. You
saying you were playing it at work and that's working flawlessly? Oh my God.
And that's why I was able to take pictures. It was just like, I can't do what people are doing where like, you have the phone on the chin and you're playing it. You know? I'm not a lunatic. So I'm like, here's the trophy I just popped. Bam. Be done with it, But yeah, PlayStation Portal. I'm a Portal boy. Portal pal. If you're a Portal pal,
you're a PP.
PP BB.
I can't wait for you to get to Orphan of Kos.
All right.
Not in a gatekeeper way. I'm excited for you to actually fight.
Okay. All right. As he closes the gate. All right, everybody. It is time to find out who won all of the Game Award. Take it away. Ooh wee. The Game Awards 2023 has come. It's gone. We've just wrapped up what has been a 3 3.5 hour event or 3 hour affair. It's been a minute. So Kyle,
3.5.
3.5. You sat through it all. I was unfortunately late because I had a work meeting that could have been just a very strongly worded email. So Kyle, I throw it over to you. What are your first immediate impressions walking out of the Game Awards? Do you think this is the best year ever, the worst year ever? Where are you at?
I won't go as far to say best or worst year ever.
Yeah.
I think this was extremely solid. I don't think there hasn't been a lineup that I've been most excited for walking out of a Game Awards than this year.
Really?
Maybe that is because as a biased little man who plays on his PlayStation, most of the things shown were PlayStation.
Okay.
That you can play on PlayStation, not saying exclusive, whatever. Right. So that had me very excited because there are many times I see a cool thing and like, oh, it's only Steam.
Right.
Or it's Xbox and Nintendo. So when it comes to that part, super excited. But I think maybe there was only 3 or 4 things that I didn't write down completely
really?
That I was like, you know what?
I'm going to pass.
I'll pass.
Right.
No, I thought they were all very, very well done.
Okay.
Awards aside, obviously I always have issues with the way...
We always do.
Which ones Jeff allows them to come on stage for and which ones he just calls out. Like, yeah. At what point are we just going to drop the awards and just show game trailers?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it feels like at this point. So on one end, and it comes to like spoiled gamers are spoiled, but like, yeah, a lot of games shown here looked awesome. I want to give a quick shout out to Xbox. Oh, y'all got played. Holy crap. After years of begging and pleading with Xbox, they listened to y'all. They knocked on Marvel's door and they're like, listen, here's this team called Arkane. They're amazing. What can we do? And they just made a vampire game, humble brag. And they're just like, hold up. We don't want to see that game. But let me invite you to our friend Blade. You know, like let me introduce you to our friend Blade. Like it was an excellent trailer for a game that's very long out, but I love Arkane so very much. It's one of those situations where it's like the same with Insomniac, where we know Insomniac does great work, right? And when they're handed Spider-Man, you're like, this is the IP that's going to get this studio to shine. And I think that's the same thing goes here with Blade. Blade is the IP to show the rest of the world how long y'all been sleeping on Arkane's work. You know, from Deathloop to Dishonored, the studio makes some of the best games out there in terms of just sheer level design. Prey. I mean, there's just so many great
and like, you know, say what you will about Redfall.
Right.
Another one of Arkane's best qualities is their style.
Yeah.
And to have that in a Blade game, hell yeah, dude. Yeah. I said it multiple times on stream. I got to go buy Series X. For Blade, for Hideo's new game with Jordan Peele. And even Hellblade, which you didn't get to watch that trailer yet. That trailer was amazing.
Yeah.
So, like, Xbox is cooking. They're doing some amazing things. They're getting me excited to own an Xbox again.
Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, we got Hideo out there with Jordan Peele. And Peele is just geeking out on his love of Hideo Kojima, which it's been on record. He's stated numerous times how much he admires him. So,
great cast as well in this one called OD.
Yep. You got Hunter
Sophia
Schafer.
Lillis.
Yep. I mean, it's just a great cast. And he's just like... Again, it's one of those, it's not like a game that you're used to playing. It's like, dude, just tell us it's a Walking Dead, like, you know, Telltale game. Like, your version of it. It's fine. Like, a Strand game, it's just a action-adventure open-world game with shared multiplayer. Like, it's not this new genre, but whatever. Yeah. You get to create these awesome experiences, though. So, name it whatever you want.
Exactly.
Whatever makes you feel better, just keep on making the games that are real special. That said, you're right, Kyle. There were a lot of PlayStation-related announcements here. Again, not from like first party per se, though there were first party announcements here. Yep. Do you want to start with the?
Yeah, I'll do this because I wrote this in. We'll do announcements.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
And then we'll get into the awards, kind of like what Jeff did. And I did it in like my shorthand version, so I'll read this.
And if I could also, I forgot to put in my thoughts here too. It's like,
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I've come to terms with that. This is not a award show.
Absolutely,
this is just a standard trade show.
It's a front at this point.
Yeah, at this point, it's just like when he's like, "I want to make the Oscars of video games." I'm like, Jeff, you're bullshitting me, dude. Like
that's DICE.
Yeah, because like if it was, you'd have more devs on stage talking about the games they've made. Where it's like half of the games we're going to talk about that won awards here didn't even get to walk on stage.
Nope.
So like at this point, I've come to terms to what this quote unquote award show is, and to me, the real award show is the Platties 2023. Link in the description. You get to vote in, and it's the DICE Awards. This is just another advertising blitz. It comes down to like, I love, what is it? The harddrive.com wrote like,
the satirical thing,
the satirical like piece of like, Google ad blocker took out all the ads out of the Game Awards, and now you just have the 7 minutes of game announcements or whatever nominations. Like,
the awards,
like. Yeah. That's it, Kyle. Again, it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Sure.
As we're recording.
Not really, but it's late.
It's 3 a.m.
We'll get into like the major PlayStation things up front, and then other games that are coming to PlayStation, or just cool things that we saw. Yeah. Surprise, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla is a free DLC. It is a roguelike mode, and it's out next week, December 12th.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I made a joke about it of like, PlayStation's like, you know what? All these live service games, we're not so sure. Let's just get roguelikes and everything.
Yeah. It's like, I think the kids are into the roguelikes now.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with it. Just give me the best parts of God of War, which is that the dang combat. And yeah, awesome.
The fact we're getting this and then the No Return Last of Us roguelike a month apart is kind of fun. But yeah, next week, and it's free, which I love. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Rise of Ronin got a really cool trailer with a date of March 22nd. Koei Tecmo Team Ninja. Yep. I think it's described as like Ghost and Assassin's Creed, right? Put together.
Exactly. This is where the part of Japan where it starts to get what is it?
Age of Industrial Revolution, right?
Yeah, it's their Industrial Revolution. It's where like the U.S. comes in. They're like, hey, we're gonna show you what these guns are all about. It's like the death of the samurai. It's the rise of the musket type of deal. Yes, I love the setting. I love what I saw here. Like just seeing how you're able to take these kites and like just go from this like huge mountaintop or huge rooftop to go and assassinate someone. Like, yeah, I'm in. The game itself looks great. If this is Team Ninja's answer to what, let's just say, a Ghost of Tsushima is, or an Assassin's Creed is, I want to see it. This looks like a whole lot of fun, and they stuck to their word, dude. This Rise of Ronin coming out first half of 2024, like they said.
Not to spoil what we're going to talk about, but shocker, no Stellar Blade.
Yes.
So obviously not this year. Obviously, we're not going to see it until early next year.
Yeah,
if that at this point. So,
I mean, do you think we see it in the first state of play?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because I would think there's so many games coming out in February. Yeah. That you have a state of play sometime in late January.
Absolutely.
Showcasing Helldivers, showcasing Final Fantasy, showcasing Rise of Ronin.
We didn't get Death Stranding 2 either.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot
there's still a lot there. There's still a lot there.
Yeah.
Another big PlayStation thing towards the end of the show, Final Fantasy 16 is getting some DLC. Ooh. The first DLC, called Echoes of the Fallen, is out today.
That's nuts.
And another DLC titled Rising Tide, which looks to be about the icon Leviathan, which you can see in the background in some of the worlds. Out next year sometime. No specific date, but
nice.
Again, a lot of really fun things happening at the end of a year that's already been like second to none in stellar releases. It's wild.
Kyle, how do you feel about those DLCs that are coming out? Echoes of the Fallen and Rising Tide. Do those strike your fancy?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely in. I enjoyed FF16. I think it should have been nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards.
Fair.
I'm very excited. It's hard to talk about it without spoiling where the story goes.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm very interested in how they set them up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very excited. And speaking about Wilds, Monster Hunter Wilds closed out the show.
Yes.
Coming out in 2025. We'll learn more about it next summer. So you got to imagine Summer Game Fest. We'll probably see like a big gameplay demo. Mm-hmm. Something of that ilk.
Right.
We thought this was Capcom's game early next year because they said they've got another big franchise at the beginning of 2024. Like, what is it? When are they going to show it off or talk about it? Because we're closer to that point than we are further away.
Exactly. Which maybe, who knows? Maybe it is, maybe there is a state of play waiting on the horizon. Who knows?
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah. I am also trying to see the price of these DLCs. Looks like they're not up yet. So
okay,
fret not.
And then here we get to some other things that I'm pretty sure are coming to PlayStation. Some not. So take it with a grain of salt. Kamuri from new studio Unseen. This is from creative director Ikumi Nakamura. If you're not familiar with her, she was the original lead on Ghostwire Tokyo on the Bethesda E3 stage, where we all fell in love with her. And then she left the studio, created her own, and this is the first look at her new game. It looks, again, incredible. Very stylized, very like comic booky. Yeah. And a lot of really cool designs in some of the creatures or whatever that you see.
Yeah, so, it looks really cool. And it looks kind of...
It's a little Ghostwire, a little bit.
I was going to say, it's a little Ghostwire in the sense of like, it's locale. But it's much more vibrant. I really dug this trailer. As you were talking, I was taking a watch to it, and it's a lot of like cinematics, but like this looks like a ton of fun.
Absolutely. We also got a game called Exodus from Archetype Studio, I believe. I believe it's their first game. Matthew McConaughey is in it. He came out and introduced it. It sounded like it's interstellar, so it has to do with time dilation. If you're away in space, it's like a decade for someone who hours on Earth, or vice versa, kind of thing. It looks super cool, and it is definitely coming to PlayStation. It's Jeff said it, and I don't know if you caught it, but he was like, "Yeah, this is like a Mass Effect kind of style space thing," I can totally see it.
It kind of actually gave me Mass Effect meets Returnal type of vibes.
Absolutely.
In terms of like how the spacesuits and these setting. Yeah, no, this looks really cool. This looks really actually pretty darn promising. Hopefully it pays off. Yeah, I'm in.
Then we got Moon Studios, best known for their games Ori, both of them over on Xbox. This new one is called No Rest for the Wicked, a pirate-themed action RPG. Coming out March 1st, and it is coming to PlayStation. Which I think is a good get for them. Joe reminded me the studio's not great from what we've heard.
Yeah, from what I heard. But everybody's always upset at everything. So you know what?
And that's fair. I did look up the reports, and they're not great. A lot of
toxic stuff.
Bad jokes, forced crunch kind of thing.
Okay. All right.
People called it an oppressive workplace. So
Gotcha.
We'll see.
Some people on this show have called me an oppressive host, Kyle Stevenson.
I mean,
so
you found my burner accounts? That's crazy.
No, real talk though. This game looks stellar.
It does, right?
It's beautiful.
Nobody makes a game that looks so cool more than I think than Moon Studios.
And I think
there's something about their art style and the way they create games is just really captivating.
It's kind of like. It kind of looked like an oil painting, but not in the way that Babylon's Fall looked like an oil painting.
No. Yeah.
Take a look at this game. It looks, like a pop-up book oil painting. Like just no words can describe it. This one actually, Kyle, I'm really happy you pressed me to watch this trailer.
Watch it, yeah.
Because this one right here might be my game of the show. I think it looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
And March 1st.
Yeah. Again, that February, March time is going to be very busy for game
Busy.
releases.
Very busy.
We'll probably talk about it on next week's show because we'll wait for it to catch up like the release calendar on sites because it's crazy.
Yeah.
Then we got a new game from Motion Twin, creators of Dead Cells, Windblown.
Yes.
Very cute style from the trailer. Very awesome, cute looking animals. And when they popped up, it's like, oh, are these new Pokemon starters? Because that's kind of the vibe I got from the 3 characters at the beginning. And then they're going off, they're going to go attack some enemies, whatever. And then they just get sliced in half and blood is everywhere. It got so gory. And then it goes from the makers of Dead Cells. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
I'm in.
It reminded me of Happy Tree Friends.
Sure.
Like that type of like, oh, this is fun. It's cute. We're like anthropomorphic animals with swords. And then one just gets sliced in half. This definitely gave me... I hate to say like Diablo's style because it's very like it's very over the.
We also didn't see very much gameplay.
Very much gameplay, but it also reminded me of the Gunfire game. Oh my goodness, Dark Souls. No, not Dark Souls. Sorry, it's 2 a.m. Remember that. Oh my god, it's
hold on.
Darksiders Genesis. There you go. I got it.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that in just the brief amount of gameplay I saw. Yeah, this is another one. I love Motion Twin. I love Dead Cells. This is a game that I'm going to be day one on. Look at me, Kyle. I could be an indie boy just like the rest of you.
Sure.
Where am I on 6-1?
I don't know. Pony Island 2.
It's better that way.
From Daniel Mullins. Creator of Inscription, and the original Pony Island, which I believe is his first game ever that he made. Okay. That Mike and I just recently streamed over at 6-1 Indie and had a great time with it. Yeah. It does that thing where at least the first game, it has some really cool twists in it. Okay. Which like I'll tell it to you because I don't think our audience are going to go and play an old Steam game. One of the really cool tricks that it does is at some point the in-game computer of this Pony Island game that you're playing starts talking to you. He's like, oh, type in the most offensive thing you can think of or whatever. No. And like Mike just put in Republicans as a joke. And when you do that in that game, the original Pony Island, it acts like a Steam message pops up from one of your real life Steam friends.
Fair enough.
And they're going, dude, you really just said that? What the hell? Yeah. And like it was our friend Mick, the nanobiologist. His Steam username popped up, and it looked like he was messaging us like, "How dare we say that?" Like that kind of cool meta breaking thing that Daniel Mullins does so well.
It reminds me of like the Kojima like put the controller into player 2.
Yes,
slot.
Absolutely.
Or I'm gonna read your memory cards.
The Ragnarok opening fight.
Yes.
Kind of really cool thing that happened. So that is Daniel Mullins to a T. I'm super excited for whatever this is. It had like flickering years for a release, like 2025, 2026. Who knows? Take your time, Daniel. It's gonna be a good time. We also got Black Myth Wukong.
Sure.
The game about Journey to the West, the old fable. August of next year. Looks incredible.
Yeah. This very much looks like, hey, we were very inspired by God of War. And even like, when we talked about it on the show a year plus now, of like the dev team going, we were inspired by God of War 2018. This is the game that is kind of like our spiritual successor too. And it very much looks like that. So if you like the new God of War style, this is definitely right up your alley. And what I said, on the live stream, I'll echo it here. This is the pantheon. If you're going to do another like God of War style type game, this is the pantheon you do it. This is the deity you do it with. So very interested in this game. August 2024.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good summer game. Good summer game. Also, this is not in order, everybody. So don't yell at me if I'm going out of order. I'm just going off memory.
I'm gonna yell at you.
You yell at me all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Tales of Kenzera, Zhao, new EA original.
Yeah.
I didn't write down his name, but an actor came out on stage, and a beautiful moment. This is, I think, my favorite stuff from Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Like him talking about his father and what this game means to him, and this game is for him. Got me emotional. And like later on, when we get to the awards, Baldur's Gate won a big award, and one of the devs was emotional in his seat. Like this still means something to them, the people making the game.
Yeah.
Which needs to be more present in future Game Awards, Jeff.
Yes.
I'm just saying that right now.
Yeah.
But this looks great. It reminds me of the Prince of Persia game that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
It's very,
and I'm
like,
sorry
2D.
if I butcher his name, but Abukar Salim is the gentleman that came up on stage.
Assassin's Creed Origins. I believe he was Basim, right?
Yeah. And that man almost made me cry.
Yeah.
Talking about like this is the love letter, like this is kind of like his way of saying goodbye to his father, that he lost, and it's
beautiful,
man. And you see, like, it's those moments where it's just genuine. It's not Jeff trying to shoo someone onto the point to get to the trailer. It's like a genuine, beautiful moment. That's what makes these moments worth it. Like when you see the guy cry over Mario Rabbids, it's the same thing here. You're seeing this man, he poured his heart, his soul into this.
Yeah, I mean, it was a joke last year of Christopher Judge's 7-minute long speech, but you can tell how much it means to him, the character.
Yeah.
Like it's that kind of stuff that I want to see more of, that we want to see more of.
Yep.
But
Yep.
you don't get it. But the game itself, amazing. It looks gorgeous.
And I love, again, when I talk about like games moving away from like European or Japanese like influence, like this is very much set and seeped in African culture, something that I know very little about. And all of what I saw there got me really interested to know more, not about just the game itself, but the culture behind it. That's what I love about video games. It's the reason why I love history, is because of games like Age of Empires that taught me all these things. So I love that. This was genuinely one of my favorite moments, if not my favorite moment of the show. Yeah,
for sure. Then we got a Jurassic Park survival game, which I don't know about date or studio or whatever, but people in chat gave a good idea of what they think it might be, or what would be cool if it was like an alien isolation game. But in Jurassic Park,
shit,
that would be kind of sick.
Yeah.
But who knows? That's not what it is. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, show this to my best friend, because Jurassic Park is her Star Wars to me. So she's just like, when is this game coming out? I need this in my life. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. So happy that Jurassic Park, which is such a good franchise, by the way, I'm gonna stand by it.
Yeah,
like Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park 2, solid. Jurassic World, surprisingly, really good. I think it's actually my second favorite one.
Oh, you skipped over one.
What?
Weird.
Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Aside it, but like, it's a series that I think is like ripe for video games, and to see it finally get like what looks to be a big AAA thing, awesome. I'm in.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Then we got what Don't Nod teased out earlier in the day. Lost Records Bloom and Rage from the creators of Life is Strange 1 and 2. I haven't seen this show, but you're like, it gives you Yellow Jackets vibes. And just from what I saw from that trailer, where it looks like kids are out in the forest, they discover something weird, and then they're back as adults to talk about it or something.
Yes. And
I am so excited for that premise in this game.
Yeah. That Lost Records, let's go. This game looks great. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Don't Nod. Also, they brought out multiple things here. I don't know if you have...
Oh, Banishers. Yeah.
But the Banishers trailer looked really good, too. February 13th. Maybe you want to move that date out of February.
They already moved it, I think, away from Spider-Man, right? Or Alan Wake.
Move it one more time.
We already talked about it, but Marvel Blade from Arkane. Going to be an Xbox game. Love it. I love, I believe his name is Dinka Baba is the dev's name.
Let me see. You go for
it. He just said, let us cook.
Yeah. Just
let us cook. You saw the trailer? Let them do their thing. Go ahead.
After what you did with Deathloop, go for it, my brother.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hellblade. another Xbox game, dope trailer.
I'll take it.
No date, just 2024, but it was really good. When you watch it, Joe, make sure you watch the performance beforehand because it was really, really cool. There was like a musical performance. It was awesome.
Oh, okay.
Then we got Last Sentinel, former Rockstar devs.
This is their game.
This is really cool where that robot broke through, slammed some female figure in these kids' lives head against the wall, turn, and it's all robotic, and she goes, "It's okay, the demon is here." And then, as you mentioned, this woman doing the Kira slide with a hoodie that turns into a helmet
just
wrecking
messing.
shop.
Oh my goodness.
Very cyberpunky in the world that it's in. It looks awesome. It's only CG, but the tone and vibe, I'm all for it.
Yeah, gave me very big Akira vibes for sure. So like that cyber Tokyo-esque thing, it's here. It's weird that they're ex Rockstar devs. They're doing something wildly different. So
yeah.
Cool.
Then we got a game that was quick. We were excited about.
Like how you wrote it in the notes here.
Yeah, so that way I can remember what it is.
Yeah.
The First Descendant, which I wrote as Shadows Colossus with guns.
Not
that
wrong
looked like
think about it.
I'm not. No, it's accurate.
Yeah.
Giant beasts, and you got these two combo a tag team trying to take them down.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a Death Stranding world because it reminded me a whole lot of Death Stranding, but
yeah. Apparently this game's been
really cool.
The game's been out in the wild for a while now because I just see there's some gameplay of it right now.
Snap!
Yeah, it looks wildly different than what we.
Okay. Is it maybe a different First Descendant game?
Perhaps.
Could be.
But yeah.
Okay. First Berserker Kazan is another one. I'm trying to remember. Very cell shaded, very animated. I remember this. Joe, you were like, that guy looks cool. Yeah. I remember the white hair with the nice little sword.
It looks like a cell shaded, brutal Dark Souls. It's wearing its action RPG on its like sleeve. A badge of honor. Like it's just it looks really, really beautiful. It's very blood soaked as well. So like you could kind of even think of it almost in the vein of Code Vein, which was a Souls-like game that didn't pop off, but in the way of some of its cel-shaded like nature, but in a more brutal setting. This looks really darn good. I'm, of course, as a From Software stan, this very much speaks to my From Software tendencies. So this is a game I'll probably pick up for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Then they got was it Sean Murray?
Yes. From
Hello Games came out. It was 10 years since they first unveiled it at the first Game Awards, No Man's Sky, and we got a super cool retrospective trailer thing of everything that they have done since the game first released, and it is so impressive the amount of support that they did for No Man's Sky. And then Jeff's like, well, do you have anything new to show us? And Sean talked about this open world game where you truly can go anywhere, and they showed it off. It's called Light No Fire. Really impressive. And still, Cannon, thank you for bringing that up in chat. All those No Man's Sky updates are free.
Yeah,
they're all free. So a huge amount of support. Very player friendly for sure.
And what I said, the one thing that he made note of is when you're climbing a peak of a mountain, you're seeing oceans,
you're seeing everything,
you're seeing it all. And though he's said some pretty spectacular things in the past that didn't come true, I think that team's definitely learned those lessons and wouldn't start telling fibs now, especially after all the goodwill that they've garnered.
Yeah.
What I want to also mention, as much as this trailer impressed me as well, just taking a look at it looks like you're able to build legitimate towns, you're able to soar the skies of dragons and all that cool stuff. The amount of tech that they've been able to build on this game with No Man's Sky has me way more optimistic that this game's going to be a lot more fleshed out. I just hope that there's no PvP, because I don't want someone coming into my town and destroying it because they're dickheads. It also reminds me of one of the game that they're trying to build in Mythic Quest. So,
you're totally right.
And this is very bullish. It's very bullish.
Yeah. But I think the most impressive part, I think Sean also said that it's been like 5 years in the making.
Yeah.
Like when we saw it, it wasn't just a CG trailer. There was HUD elements.
Yeah.
Someone was actually playing that. And so that was super cool. We talked about it earlier. OD from Hideo and Jordan Peele, horror game with phenomenal actors. Yeah. Hideo also mentioned that Jordan Peele isn't the only collaborator on this project. So I wonder what kind of horror people. You mentioned Guillermo del Toro, which I think is a good call. Very excited for whatever that game is. That is the game that I said, like, all right, I'm buying a Series X. Yeah. And then they showed Blade. Okay, I'm buying a Series X. All right, cool.
You don't need to convince me that hard. Jesus Christ.
I'll get it back. It's fine. I didn't want to part with it originally, but it's okay.
I think in this one, I was like, no, get a Series S. You don't need it. And then they showed Blade. I was like, okay.
Yep.
Upgrade.
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
No, I was also, just to go back on just for a second, because it was a point I wanted to make. Hello Games. Like, we talked earlier on this episode about how hard it is to build upon a game that flopped a bit, right? Like the struggles with Destiny. We're seeing how it's done here with Hello Games, and really how to recover, recoup, and then absolutely kick ass with future installments. It's cool to see.
No, I mean, not even a game that floundered a bit, because in the same showcase, right? Like Warframe, 10 years of support.
Yeah.
And they've done it successfully as well. Like, there's two examples right there of how a studio can support a game for a long period of time. And I don't think they get enough credit.
No.
For what they've done.
Either of them.
No, exactly. Dave the Diver is getting a free update with Dredge. That was a really cool trailer.
It's really cool to see two indie studios really
absolutely.
Down,
yeah. It was cool to see the Dredge boat sail up? Drive up?
Sure.
What is the term when a boat is on the water? That's like a sailboat.
Swim up.
Yeah, it swims up to the Dave the Diver ship.
Let me Google it.
I'm generally flummoxed by this. I don't know.
Boats.
I guess you do, right? Helm? Does it helm up?
Okay, no. Here's what I got here. The question is, if I drive a car and ride a motorcycle, what do I do with a boat? Okay, so let me click on this. English. This comes from English.stackexchange.com. So obviously,
the most reputable of sites.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So, in saying a boat/ship, the OP makes pretty clear that he looks for a generic term. I don't know about this, bud. So what verb do I use? Yeah, just give me something helpful here, guys. It's called it running before.
Running?
Running.
So the Dredge ship ran up to the Dave the Diver? That doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right.
I'm going swim. I like your swim.
Yeah.
So the Dredge boat swims up to the Dave the Diver boat, which was kind of cool. And the merchant from Dredge talks to Dave. It was like, oh, do you have any aberration fish?
Oh, you're starting to static cool. A little bit, by the way. There you go. You're good.
Do I sound better?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay.
But also, it's I went to Quora now because I'm not going to let this go. This will be the bit this week. Drive a boat. So it's commonly used when powered boats or motorized boats. If the boat is equipped with an engine that you can control, such as onboard motor or inboard engine, you could typically say drive the boat. Power boats are operated by steering and controlling the engine. 2, sail the boat. Sail the boat is used for sailboats propelled by wind.
Yeah.
So is the Dredge boat propelled by engine or wind?
Engine.
All right, though, we're driving that boat.
Okay. All right. Fair. Thank you for that deep dive. I appreciate that.
No problem, bud.
Other things before I get to the last thing. Persona 3 Reloaded got a really cool trailer. That is also out February. Then Atlas's other game, the Metaphor Zeo or Zeo? I don't know. It's 3:00 in the morning. That trailer also was very, very good, and that was the last of the pre-show that led into the main show.
Okay.
But surprisingly, we got another FF7 Rebirth trailer. Re-Fantasio. Thank you, Silcanet. With some new footage.
Okay.
With the orchestra playing with a vocalist singing a song from the game. Boy, oh boy. One of the hypest moments of the night for me.
Oh,
I can't
absolutely.
wait for that game. Can't
Absolutely.
wait. We saw Sid. We saw the Highwind for the first time. We saw the scene, what could be the scene that we're all worried about for Final Fantasy VII OG fans.
Yep.
And how they're going to do it here. So, very excited.
Very
On
excited.
Leap Day next year. Can't wait. I already requested days off so I can play.
Did you really?
Joe. Yes. Absolutely, I did.
Do you think I have time to go through all the games that I have to get to this year to then make this game my PlayStation Portal game so that I can understand all the references? Like, do I have time to play the original Final Fantasy VII to make time for Rebirth? Because again, I played Remake and I really dug Remake.
I know you did. I know.
And you were so proud of me about that.
Yeah, I was. I think with the ability to like go 4 times speed, right, and experience on a high level, like the mods that they put in the FF7 that you can use, I think will greatly increase your chances of being able to play the full original game.
The mods, is that on the PlayStation version or PC
yes version? Yeah, that is just a quality of life thing. So like you can move in the open world with 4 times speed. Beautiful. You can turn off random encounters. You can increase the amount of experience you gain, so you can level up super fast.
Oh, okay.
So they made it way easier. So the cheats don't go against trophies too, which is great if that matters. But I would say that is the way to play it now,
right? Especially
if you're like in a quote unquote crunch situation to play it before Rebirth.
I would do the 4 times speed walking around. I wouldn't turn off random encounters because I think that's important. That's fair.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I'd mess up the XP just a tad.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a little bit, but like I want to experience the game. You know?
I think you can also turn and like always limit break on, which is the ultimate move. So you can just constantly do that as well, which is fun.
That's stupidly broken. That's great.
But you also might want to play Crisis Core too.
Okay. Because
I did see Zach in this trailer.
That's true.
Briefly. I still need to play the Crisis Core reunion game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, very excited. Those are the games that I remembered put down. Most of them coming to PlayStation. I'm sure there are others that I missed. You can yell at me in the comments. It's fine.
And let me tell you, at the end of the day, my most anticipated game has to be No Rest for the Wicked. Looks phenomenal. Tales of Zanzar, Rise of Ronin, and that God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC that we will probably talk about next week.
Yeah, buddy.
Life is good. Life is good.
Good.
What about you? What are your top games, Sean?
God of War. The FF16 DLC is great. No Rest for the Wicked. The Kenzera game for sure. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. Like most of this list, honestly. And this is not just me being, recency bias here. I think most of them were awesome games to play. Were some a little bit samey to another ones? Sure. Oh, Silcanet, thank you. Yeah, Alan Wake 2 New Game Plus on Monday.
Oh my
the 11th, by the way. New story beats.
Come on.
What? Oh, man. It's wild.
They danced on stage.
Oh, thank God they got Sam Lake out there.
Thank God. That man needs to win all the things. All right, Kyle.
All right.
You ready for the biggest winners of the
let's
night?
do it. I did add one that's PlayStation related.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're not going to do the whole list because there's 30 plus categories, and like 18 of them are like the best VTuber is Kyle Stevenson.
Yep.
So
I did my speech on the live show.
Yeah. Best esports coach, Kyle Stevenson.
Yeah, I won it all.
You won it. He's just sweet the whole thing.
Best esports event, Kyle Stevenson. I won it, I like to thank the Academy. Thanks, Joe, for giving me this moment.
Nice trophy you got there. It looks very Spider-Man oriented.
All 19 inches.
Well, listen. Let's hear it for Larian Studios that sweep the night, man.
Yeah. So
go for
oh,
it.
do you want me to go?
No,
you want
read
to say?
it. You read it, because
Okay.
you know what, you've been on a roll.
Larian Studios, Baldur's Gate 3, they won big, as Show mentioned. They won Best RPG, Best Multiplayer, Player's Voice, Best Community Support, Best Performance, Neil Newborn, a voice of Astarion, and they won the Game of the Year.
Wow.
I mean, well deserved. I don't think you can say any other game.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, they all had a great shot.
Yeah.
And I really love that this type of game won Game of the Year.
Yeah. It's kind of what, we said in the live show, which is like, these are two independent studios. The
Remedy and Larian.
Yeah. That were the kind of, not the shoo-ins, but like the two fighting at the end of it all. Right? It was Alan Wake 2.
Less Remedy. I think they got Epic backing.
Yeah.
Just,
but I mean,
Yeah. I got you.
independent studio at the end of the day. But like, maybe you heard some Zelda talk, but it was two independent studios out there.
Yeah.
And really paving the way for where this year. And like, who would have thought Baldur's Gate 3? Who would have thought Alan Wake? Yeah. Right? Like, these are two dark horse games.
Yeah. Not even that though, but like a hardcore RPG, a Dungeons and Dragons RPG won Game of the Year.
Yeah. Awesome.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. So, though it's not currently not my Game of the Year.
Sure. I got to put more time into it.
Yeah. Could not be more happy for this team. And you saw like they were crying on stage. They were crying. Yeah. The team was crying like seated, because they're like, listen, we lost people. This was our COVID game. Like, we've been through it with this game, and to see the love is just awesome. So they deserve all the accolades, man.
Yeah.
Good on you, Larian.
Yep. Remedy Entertainment is the other big winner. They won 3 awards. They won Best Art Direction, Best Narrative, and Best Game Direction.
Couldn't argue with any of that.
Nope. Yeah. I think they also could have put up a good fight for Best Audio Design, but Hi-Fi Rush taking it makes way too much sense as well.
That Xbox tax, man.
Well, it's there.
It's there. Best Art Direction for Remedy. I saw some people going, why is it there? Dude.
You're nuts.
You're nuts.
You're nuts.
Just because it's not cel shaded and it's not like vibrant. Like,
it's not fantasy or whatever.
Right. No. Like,
come on.
It's so unique in how it's visually presented to you. Man. Congrats, Remedy.
Yep. Yeah. For me, this next one is a little bit of a surprise. Not that I hate it. Best score music went to Final Fantasy 16. The composer Masayoshi Soken. Again, maybe I'm just too much in the Alan Wake bag, but I think the soundtrack of Alan Wake and just the general music while you're playing is terrific. But so is 16. So
yeah,
it's great.
No notes.
Yeah, no notes. The game I added that we forgot to add, Games for Impact, was won by Chia. Shu got on stage to accept it, which was fun. Chia's a really super fun time. PS Plus game this year. I don't think a lot of people downloaded it and played it. It is a big, like a collectathon thing, but it is a game made by people from New Caledonia, which is a real place. And it just shows off their culture and whatnot. And it's super, super cool.
Nice.
It's a really good time.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. Best adaptation goes to The Last of Us from PlayStation Productions, HBO. I mean, yeah.
I thought it was
Do we say any more? I know you did, but
I gotta say, at the end of the day, I'm kind of leaning that Mario's the better adaptation.
You're nuts.
And let me tell you why. There's just so much whimsy. It makes me feel like a kid again. I yearn for the youth, you know?
Sure.
Give me the fountain of it. I'm going to drink it. I'm going to become 7 all over again. Play a Super Mario brother, you know?
Which reminds me, also Anthony Mackie, shout out on the show. That was great.
That man. Took 5 minutes to compliment everybody and yell
just
at them
telling
at the
people to
same time.
shut up.
Exactly. Love them. No, solid win here. I mean, Last of Us is phenomenal. So
absolutely.
But who gave the award was the cast of Fallout.
Fallout, yeah.
So an Xbox, show for, they own it, giving it to a PlayStation show. This is fun to see.
I think they also, outside of this, today or last night, announced season 2 of Last of Us February 2025.
Oh, really?
Is where they're aiming for it to be out. So,
when do we get
close.
that Abby reveal, you think? It has to be soon.
Game Fest next year? Around there?
It has to be. It has to be in the next few months.
When are the Emmys? Did the Emmys happen?
No, not yet.
Maybe around there.
Okay, fair enough.
Innovation in accessibility. Forza Motorsport won. Turn 10 Studios, Xbox Game Studios. Joe put Diablo 4 should have won. Why?
From what I hear from many folks is that Diablo 4's accessibility through all the things that they've been able to do with it, it's made it one of the most accessible RPGs out there. As much as I applaud Forza, it's always up there. So for me, it's about the spotlight, like going, hey, there's other games that do it really, really, really well. So like Diablo 4, I think should have been the victor here, just to show them like, hey man, it's not just Forza and like, Last of Us. There's other games that, are thinking of people with needs. So yeah, that's it.
And still it does say in chat, hard to beat a racing game that a blind gamer can play.
All right, fair enough. You know what? I stand down.
Best ongoing game, Cyberpunk 2077 won it.
Yep.
Good for them.
Yeah. Strange, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Out of Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, that just put Legos in a rocket racing in.
Well, that's not technically part of the deal, right? Isn't there a November cutoff?
Fair enough, but even then, like the November cutoff, they put the OG map in. It broke records. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Can I have a hot take?
Go for it.
I think Fortnite should have won Game of the Year when it blew up. Whatever year that was, because time's an enigma. I definitely think it should. Like, Fortnite has changed the way we play with games, how we interact with games, both UI, battle passes, the ever-changing live service game. Fortnite has shown it has lasted the test of time and constantly throws updates that changes the game in just subtle but immense ways. Like right now with the new animations and movement speed, like even the way that they could talk to their community, it's just, you have to applaud it. You really do. I get it. You can roll your eyes, whatever, snicker, but like, yeah, they've done something here that not a lot of studios could do. Not to say that Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red haven't done those things and turned around Cyberpunk. They turned it into one of my favorite games ever made. I get it, but at the same exact time, that's a DLC for a game that's not an ongoing game. So I just think I think it's really weird, No,
I agree. I can't argue against Fortnite there. Yeah. Okay. Fortnite is it's surpassed games at this point. Everyone knows about Fortnite. Yeah. Best independent game. Cocoon won debut indie.
Yep.
But Sea of Stars won best independent game, and I'm so happy because Sea of Stars is real good.
Why not?
And so is Cocoon. Do you really want to get into that conversation?
No, it's 4 a.m. What am I talking about?
Best VR AR game. Resident Evil Village VR mode took it, which is a bit of a shock.
Dude, Synapse is right there.
Yeah.
Come on.
I would even, again, didn't play the Village VR mode. Yeah. I would even put Horizon over it.
Sorry, I was taking a drink of water.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Gran Turismo. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of other games out there.
Sure, yeah.
But there you go. Those are the biggest announcements, the biggest winners of Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards. Just a subtle reminder that we have the Platties 2023, the third time we've mentioned it on the show this week. It's because we put a lot of heart and soul into it, so link down in the description. Vote on what game is your game of the year in 28 plus categories this year. It's a really fun time, and we'll find out the winners on January 11th. It's going to be a fun show.
And in case you weren't aware, your vote matters greatly, because if Joe and I tie, you guys pick the winner.
Yeah.
So please vote. Tell your friends to vote. Tell your mom to vote.
That's right.
And get us on that damn sphere next year. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Support us on Patreon so we get to on that Vegas sphere.
We talked about it on the live show. This needs to happen. We need to be on the Vegas sphere. And the best way to do that...
Just imagine Joe doing Prepare the Drop and ruining the lives of people that live around the sphere.
Like, dropping what? What's about to drop? You know?
What? Just imagine a giant, resounding, echoey yee-haw in the middle of Las Vegas.
I'm just thinking of, like, the Willem Dafoe looking up meme. It's like people looking as I'm saying prepare the drop. And listen, guys, it's actually pretty cheap. For one day, one whole day on the sphere, $450,000. Think about that real estate of the sphere.
Let me do the math here.
Okay, please.
$450,000
Yep.
divided by 24 is only $18,750 for an hour.
Yep.
Divide that by 60 for a minute. It's only $312 for a minute.
Honestly?
Can we maybe I don't know. It's 5 a.m. I could have done the math wrong, but
no, you crunched them just fine. Patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. # get us on the sphere.
Get us on the sphere.
Get us on the sphere. We're idiots. Kyle, are you holding on to something? Hold on to that beautiful award from earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, not the sticky notes. There you go. Prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront. Arashi, Castles of Sin Final Cut on PS5 drops December 5th. On December 5th as well, Cyberpunk 2077, the Ultimate Edition on PS5. Disney Dreamlight Valley on PS5, PS4. Enclave HD on PS5. And Lord of the Rings Return to Moria on PS5. While the Iron's Hot on PS5, PS4, on the December 6th, Battle Stations Blockade on PS5, PS4, and this is all December 7th. Arizona Sunshine, which I did just get a code for, so you can at least expect my impressions sometime next week.
That's the second one, by the way, not the first one.
Yep. Oh, really?
You only said Arizona Sunshine.
Oh.
And not 2. That's why I was making sure that was being said.
Okay. Then you know what?
PSVR.
I got my face.
Yeah.
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora on PS5. Hive Swap Fensim on PS5. Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition on PS5, PS4. Pester Quest on PS5. Pester Sim on PS5, PS4. Did I get it?
A lot of Pester games, I guess.
Okay,
yeah.
Small Land Survive the Wilds on PS5. Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader on PS5.
And Final Fantasy 16 Echoes of the Fallen DLC out today, December 7th.
Jeez Louise. Let me tell you. All right, Kyle. For the Sony, it's time for, I'm sorry, again, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's time for our favorite segment of the night, but the last segment of the show. That is the Sony Pony Express.
Yeehaw!
Now, we only got 3 questions this week.
I hope Mama
crazy.
Badbit enjoyed that morning wake-up call right there.
I hope Abby didn't. Take it away, Kyle.
Kevin Ainsworth writes in, curious if either of you checked out Remnant 2. I'm not a Souls guy. I tried Bloodborne for 6 hours and almost smashed my PS5 because I couldn't beat Father Gascoigne. But Remnant 2 having difficult options have really made this an awesome experience so far. I've been firmly on the, quote, make the devs make the game they want to make, quote, end quote, train in regards to the difficulty discussion, but this has me questioning that stance. Thoughts?
Yeah, I've played Remnant 2. I'm not in love with it like other folks are. I gotta give it another chance. I just didn't find it. it didn't hook me the way that I wanted it to hook me. It wasn't that it was terribly difficult, because it wasn't for me. It's just I was just getting lost constantly, and I wasn't having fun with its discovery moments. So yeah, no, I haven't put the time in.
I haven't played it either, but once again, Silcan, who's hanging out with us at 6 a.m. in the morning, options are good because they're optional, and I'm with that stance.
Yeah.
So it's good. Dwani Rocksha writes in, gentlemen, I can give you a couple of questions. Well, thank you, Dwani. Okay. Do you see Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora having a similar trajectory to Harry Potter? Less all the creator issues, obviously, by which I mean is this property so big, so ubiquitous, that even if it's not a game for gamers, there are enough normies who will recognize it and buy it for their kids?
Yes.
I think so. I think it's big enough. There's a huge Avatar fan base out there. Yeah, I'm not talking about the anime, the cartoon.
Right. I've never met them, but they're out there apparently.
They're out there.
Like don't get me wrong. The
movies made billions of dollars. Yeah, they're out there.
They're beautiful spectacles, but like they're no Star Wars. Like they're not even Harry Potter level to me.
Sure.
You know, so it's this,
yeah.
But again, they're out there. Though the game isn't reviewing terribly well.
It's gorgeous though.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. This game's gonna sell fairly well. I don't think it's gonna be Hogwarts level huge, but it's gonna sell good.
Yeah. Sure. We already know the answer to this question, Dwani. Do we get Hades 2 early access tomorrow? No, we didn't.
Damn.
What can I do in advance of the Game Awards tomorrow to get over the disappointment of the lack of the PSVR 2 titles being announced or previewed? So that is the thing. We got one VR game here as well, but it was a MetaQuest game for Asgard's Wrath 2, right?
Yep.
What are they doing, Joe?
I don't know.
They're just like doing PSVR stuff on Twitter and social media randomly, and that's pretty much all the coverage they're getting.
I mean, it's kind of what Jason Schreier said, right? They put out, it's seemingly like they put out this headset, and they're just like, we're gonna put stuff on it because like it has been a good year. There has been a lot of VR stuff. It's just there's no spotlight on the content. It's just through Twitter. It's just like there has to be better ways of showing this off, and you're seeing a lot of. Right now, markets kind of go, okay, well, VR, it's still not there yet, so we'll make some stuff for it until the tech is truly there. Then we'll move in. But I don't know. It's strange. And it's depressing because I truly love my PSVR 2. Yeah. But at the same exact time, listen, you know, we got Arizona Sunshine 2, which, from what I hear, is a really great time on PSVR 2, and Asgard's Wrath 2, which I've heard nothing but amazing things about for MetaQuest. So those games are coming. They just need to be promoted more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Our final question at 7 a.m. The sun is rising. Stone Cold ET. Question for the Sony Pony Express. Yeehaw. I recently finished Phantom Liberty. Wow, it's amazing.
That's right.
And was taken aback by how one mission on the path I took was straight up horror, where I had to hide while a big baddie stalked me. I wanted to ask you guys if there was a moment in a game y'all liked where it completely changed genres. Love you both. Stone Cold ET. Long live House Banger. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh no. Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, I almost got him.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, Kyle. I gotta go to work in 40 minutes.
I know. I gotta go put the girls on the bus. Was there a moment where it changed it up?
Last year, Call of Duty, the Mexico mission, where it literally turns it into, hey, all you got's a knife. You're wounded, and it turns it into like this kind of Resident Evil-esque, hide from the enemies, slowly heal yourself, and get weapons as you're assassinating folks. That was really cool. I really like that. Super unique.
There is I think I could say it without spoiling anything.
Okay.
The ending of Sea of Stars says something really cool.
Okay.
That I really, really, really enjoyed for how brief it was, but it was cool that it happened that way.
I'd say I wasn't expecting it. There's a moment in Alan Wake 2 that just changes genres completely, you know?
Sure, but not the way you play.
It gives you
I
cool,
wouldn't
like,
say.
the environments give you really cool hints as to where to go. That's all I'll say.
Sure, yeah, but you're not playing it differently.
All right, fair enough. Cheese. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can think of at the moment.
It's 7:30 in the morning, but listen.
Again, it's the year 2025. Like we're still streaming and talking about this year's Game Awards.
That's right.
You know?
Kyle, that's been the trophy room this week, which has been, we made history, the longest regular episode ever. The only episode that is bigger than this episode in length is our Game Awards show last year, which almost clocked in at 4 hours. This one will almost clock in at 3 hours. Y'all did the dang thing. I want to thank all y'all so much for tuning in on the live show, keeping Kyle company while I was stuck at work. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all have really made my day, my week, my month. Thank you all so much. With all that said, with all that out of the way, Kyle, is there anything you'd like to spotlight before we get on out of here?
You know where to find me, Mr. K-Step, 61 Indie.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, you can find me sleeping right now. Please, if you like what you hear, go on over to patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. Get us on the sphere. Okay.
Get us on the sphere.
More importantly, it keeps the lights on. It keeps the show going. It's the reason why we're able to do these big live shows with y'all. And it keeps growing this show. So thank you all so much for your support there. And you can find us over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Again, this episode is one of the biggest we've ever done. So it really means a lot if you toss us a 5-star review, whether it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It really does get more eyes on the show. So head on over there, rate us 5 stars. It really does help us out. With all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, keep your wits about you, keep hunting, and keep playing PlayStation. See you guys.
Love y'all. Get us on the sphere.
Sphere.